dealers, the robbers, and the crooks.
Well, actually...
Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked, cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just to by my side. This one's for the grind, I knew it would have to just have the strength in my mind.
It's the Travel OG, and welcome to the Black Manosphere Conclave 5.0!
We got started in 2021 in Atlanta, united in the pursuit of excellence in all things. It's been one hell of a ride.
Can I tell you what's on my mind? Cause I've been thinking about it for quite some time. Hey, can you give me a moment to declare my love? Can I tell you what's on my mind?
We're now focusing more on opportunities for men, in particular passport bros. Guys who go abroad, they want to have a different lifestyle, they want to have a different achievement abroad. Oh yeah, there's without a doubt the narrative has changed for us greatly.
I just finished speaking and having a chance to tell individuals about how to live the American dream outside of America. And I was here to help so many men when it comes to understanding what they need to do in order to relocate.
With the political climate, things that are happening worldwide, guess what? Nobody's coming to save us. So it is indicative that we all bound together, tighten up like a fist, and strike a mighty blow against everything that's fighting to stop us, man.
It's nothing but good, positive people, good, positive energy with one goal in mind, and that is to make money, get the hell out the Matrix, and enjoy your life. You dig? So shout out to all of y'all. Theme music!
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is your man Marcus A. Brown, and I'm here to tell y'all that I just got done with my first consultation with the brother Andre of Love Crossing Borders. I just wanted to give him his praises. I need y'all to do two things if you haven't already. If you haven't, subscribe to his YouTube channel, Love Crossing Borders. Also, if you are going to Colombia, if you're thinking of going anywhere, traveling internationally, please consider booking a consultation with the OG Andre of Love Crossing Borders. You will not be disappointed. And y'all, get in tune with him if you haven't already. Tell him MAB sent you. Peace.
Where are all the black men? And I'm not talking about the scammers, the drug dealers, the robbers, and the crooks.
Well, actually...
All right. We know where all the black men are. They are here enjoying on a wonderful Tuesday night. Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Got a great topic for tonight, gentlemen. We got a great one for tonight. We talked about the ladies who are not ready for these up and coming years of being Miss Independent. And the older that they get, the more they're going to realize it's not just going to take a cold winter for them to acknowledge that they need men. But as life gets tighter, more and more women are going to acknowledge that they need a man, and many women, in many cases, are going to start sharing men. We'll be your man, not just I'll be your man. But until that time comes, we also have the development that needs to be done for ourselves, especially those of us that are traveling to different countries. Some of us have been traveling to different countries for quite a few years and enjoying ourselves, whether it be in the military, outside the military, but there's still some development among us men that needs to be done. So we're going to talk tonight about some things that women wish that men knew and men need to know and take advantage of outside of sex and outside of money. Yeah, I know a lot of times we have been programmed, especially coming from the States, to think that all we have to do is bring sex and money to the table and the ladies will fall in other countries. And now we're starting to find out that that's not necessarily always true. We've seen so many of our brothers become heartbroken in other countries, assuming that the women in other countries only wanted sex and only wanted money from you. So we're going to talk about what women want, because we know that women do want provision, and we know that women do want intimacy, but women are saying there are other things that we want from you men that are coming to our countries as well. So we're going to talk about the things that men need to make sure that we have, not only just our passports, not only just our profits, not only just our penis, but there are other things that women want from us. And we're going to talk about that tonight. But before we do, you know, we got to get ready for the shout outs. Yes, sir. Shout out to all you gentlemen that are here. Yes, sir. I love the intro music. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I love the intro music. Shout out to my man Link in the building with the $5 love. Just for the love of the game. He hasn't even put a comment in there yet. Just for the love of the game. Shout out to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here. Glad to see all you guys here. We've got 26 in the building thus far. Make sure you click the like button. It invites other individuals. Let me click the like button myself. It invites other individuals into the live stream. Glad to see you guys here. Let me scroll to the top, because on this channel, you guys automatically get a shout out. Such as my brother Ronan. Good morning to where you are, brother. And all you brothers out there in the East, out there in the Philippines, out there in Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, China, Indonesia, Malaysia, India. Shout out to all you guys out there out East. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Good morning to you. He say, morning from the Philippines, drinking my coffee, listening to this one. Should be good. It's going to be a great one, man. I kid you not. There's, like I said, a lot of times we men assume certain things that women are interested in. And we assume if I got a passport, I got my penis, and I got my profits in my pocket, then the ladies are just going to fall in our laps. And men like Ronan and myself and many of you guys have already come to the conclusion, the reality, that's not necessarily true. So there are certain things that women have to do to step their game up. And there are certain things that us men are going to talk about tonight to step our game up. So no matter where we land on the planet, we get a better opportunity of vetting these ladies and finding the good ones. Shout out to you. Also, my brother Nick in the building with the $10 love. Good evening, Andre. Salute to the chat. Salute to you as well, Nick. Hope you're having a great day. I know some of you guys are still digging your way and shoveling your way outside of the snow that was taking place over this past weekend. Hope you guys have dug yourself out. I've been looking at some of the highlights and some of the footage. It's been some of the funniest thing, because the snow is so much snow now that even when the snow plows clear the streets, they're clearing the streets on top of you guys' cars. So a lot of you guys out there that I'm seeing are now digging your car out, because the snow plows have pushed all the snow right up on the banks of where you guys' cars are. Just imagine being a woman trying to dig your car out just to get to work this morning and not realizing that you should have been outside maybe about 45 minutes to an hour earlier to dig that car out. You can't look cute, ladies, and dig a car out. That's why men know. Go out there, dig your car out early, and then come back in and take a shower, get yourself together, and get ready for work. Men know this. We know how to dig a car out. But many women are learning the hard way that being Miss Independent is not what it's all about in the wintertime. Kenny, shout out to Kenny people in the building. He said, good evening, Andre. He said, this gotta be the one that I sent you about the mixed Filipinos. I kid you not, Kenny. I saw this comment before I came on. I looked for that video. Let me ask you this, Kenny. Did you send it in an email or did you send it through WhatsApp? Because, you know, sometimes you send me stuff through WhatsApp and in the email. And Friday, it is the episode of us talking about hoeflation and simp economy in the Philippines. You know, this past weekend, we talked about the one hoeflation and simp economy in the West. So we talked about the United States, Canada. We talked about Colombia, Venezuela, and Mexico. Remember, we just did that one. Well, this Friday, we're going to go out east. We're going to talk about all the countries out there. And then we're going to make our way to Africa as well as Europe also. So If you sent it to me, let me know if you sent it to me in an email, because I looked through my emails. I didn't see anything that said Philippines or Blasians. I looked for Blasians, and so I didn't see that. And so you may have sent it to me to WhatsApp, and if you did, let me know. He said, if I can find a good matchmaker, you don't want that. The best matchmaker you will ever have, and this goes for any of us, gentlemen. Got something in my eye. I don't know, an eyelash or something. The best matchmaker that you will ever have in any country, and most of these men can attest to it, is you. You are the best one to vet for you. You know exactly what you want and don't want. Me and Ronan can introduce you to 100,000 women, and you might be interested in the girl next door, the one that we didn't even introduce you to. I learned that when I came to Colombia. I had all these pre-gamed, all these women set up. I said, when I get here, boy, I already talked to this chick online, that chick over the phone, this chick over the phone. I had all these chicks, baddies, lined up when I got to Medellin. I kid you not, I had such a good time in Medellin, and I was getting my freak on in Medellin, wasn't doing pay for play. And I probably talked to one of all the women I have been talking to for 4 months. Just imagine 4 months when you can go online, meet women back in 2015, 2016, fly over to Colombia and meet them, and it will be just as genuine. Wasn't nobody trying to rob you. That was back then. So I had at least 5, 6 lined up. They ready for Dre to come through. We gonna get you the coochie, Dre. I know to get the coochie, baby. Amor mío. Papacito is on his way. Man, I landed in Medellin and start meeting Colombianas face to face. And I ain't gonna lie, I probably talked to one, because I didn't realize the best person to vet for me and matchmake for me was not the app. It was me, boots on the ground. I kid you not, with the horrific Spanish. I'm going on Google Translate dates and smashing. Shout out to my brother Don, aka D. Don JP is in the building. Glad to see you're here too, brother. And shout out to my brother the LJ, or LJV Southern Vegan is in the building. Glad to see that you're here. And once again, good evening to Nick. Appreciate you, brother. Really do. David Dice of the Dice family is in the building, gentlemen. David Dice is here. He say, family, Andre and Andre, what's good, chat? I hope the weather is better where you guys are. I hope the weather is better. You see, I can still wear a soccer jersey where I am, and they still having soccer tournaments. So come on down to Colombia, guys, when you get a chance. Shout out to brother Mon Spaghetti in the building. Salute to you and the rest of the chat as well. Salute to you. Glad to see you're here. Let me scroll down a little further, make sure I get everybody else. We got 40 people in the building. Click the like button, gentlemen, if you don't mind, such as my brother T-Mac, who always does. Salute to all. Salute to T-Mac, my Medellin brethren, as well as my brother Chill with Will out there, and Jay Clyde, and a lot of you guys out there in Medellin. Appreciate you guys, man. And it's a countdown to the day in which Theo Wolf might be one of the neighbors in Medellin. Shout out to also our brother James, my brother James out there in the building, Kings and Dreams, who's always out there in Medellin, got his spot. Shout out to him. I got a call Jay too. I was thinking about that today. Let me scroll down a little further. Shout out to Don once more. Kenny says, buenas noches, good evening, amigo, my brother, or a family, or a friend. Let me scroll down a little further. Make sure I got everybody. My brother Homie in the building says this, Hombre Lobo, that is. He said, like the stream, share the stream. You can share it on your Facebook. Just check the link, share it on your Facebook. In all the groups that we're in, I always, every episode, I share it in all our travel groups. Passport Bros 1, 2, Enlightened Men, that's Austin Holloman's group. Passport Bros, just the regular Passport Bro. There's a third one. I subscribe to them. All the Kevin Samuels groups that I'm in, they always get the intros and always get the invitation to join. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, you guys. We like you. Make sure that you like us too. Yes, sir. This man got it down pat. He has it down pat, down to a science. Appreciate you, gentlemen, man. This is a team effort on a team channel. Shout out to my boy Sky King in the building. Style King, that is. Style King representing. He's in the building. The Indiana boy is always here. He say, my Patness in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Glad that you're here. Salute, fellas. Salute to you as well, brethren. Salute to you as well. Black Chairman is representing. We must be doing something right tonight. Back to back with the Black Chairman. He say, bro, Dre, it is 45 degrees.
We in Tampa, 813, Trigger City. Let's get it.
It is not 45 degrees in Tampa. Say it tisn't so. Say it tisn't so. 45 degrees in Tampa. It's gonna be so many females pregnant this winter. Y'all better be careful out there. Y'all better stay on monk mode. It's gonna be so many baby mamas during the month of February if this weather keeps up. Goodness gracious. 45 degrees in Tampa, Florida.
We in Tampa, 813, Trigger City. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Once again, shout out to LJ the Southern Vegan, but even more of a shout out to my brother YouTubing is a habit. What's up, brother? Glad to see that you're here. What up, though? What up, though? And shout out to my man Unc C in the building representing. Glad to see that you're here always. Say, what it do, Dre? He say, feel good to catch you on a live while on vacay in Cape Town. That's what I'm talking about. We got the global love going on. Yes, sir. Can't stay away from South America. Love it. Love it out here. Or South Africa, my bad. Can't stay away from South Africa. Love it out here. Vibing on the rooftop lounge. Oh man, I gotta get with you, man. I gotta get with you. We gotta get an interview with you. I love when you guys go to areas that, you know, that are not common, and I just love to do an interview. So if you can, do me a favor, I mean this, send me an email, man. I like to schedule sometime in the next couple of days to interview you. I got another brother I need to interview as well over there in Europe. So shout out to you, brother. If you get a chance to shoot me an email so we can try to schedule some time where we can converse. All right. Let's get ready to get started, gentlemen, with the live stream. We changed the music, first of all. Shout out to those that are already setting yourselves up for the Black Manosphere Conclave. We're going to be talking a lot more about it starting February. So even though you see the video intro with the Conclave so far, we're going to continue to promote it. Remember, it's in Las Vegas. Normally, the Conclave is during the first weekend of September. The first weekend of September. Be ready for the Conclave. Shout out to all you guys. But until then, love that boy. If you a smooth jazz lover like I am, shout out to you guys. Oh, my man, Fardy's in the building. Yes, sir. We doing something right. He said, what do women want from men other than money and sex? He said, if they have any common sense, the same that men want, peace. That's right. Greetings from the islands of the South Pacific. Man, you guys are... Shout out to all you guys that have gotten away from the cold weather. You made it out right before all the airplanes got delayed. All the flights got delayed. You made it out on cue. Shout out to all you guys that are enjoying yourself outside of the United States. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Once again, shout out to Hombre Lobo and my brother Ronan Travelers. Yes, sir. Let's get ready to get started, gentlemen. Let's get ready to get started. As I was saying, there are some videos that were out that I came across of a couple of guys that were giving tips when it comes to dating women. And these were really good tips. And they were not talking about money. One was talking about health, and another one was talking about how men behavior impacts a woman. I'm going to say this again. Our behavior, we're going to start with that. And then secondly, another brother was talking about, he said, dude, I've been a bouncer for years. My job is to watch people. And he says, these are the type of men that hot chicks like. I know we all have an assumption about hot chicks, but I'm here to tell you, when it comes to certain physiques and behaviors, this bouncer is going to tell us all about what hot chicks are looking for. Shout out to my brother in the building, Crypto Dragon Emperor in the building. He said, good evening, Andre, and all my Blue Brook brethren. He says, salute in abundance to us all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That sounds like an order, and we are going to follow orders on this channel. Let's get ready to get started and hear what these gentlemen have to say, as well as others on the video. Let me move down out of the way, and let's get started.
Okay, now this video is going to hit hard for a lot of you guys because my last video I made about women was about a week ago. You could check it out. It has about 100 comments. You guys are all over the place. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm qualified to speak on this because I have now 10 years of experience dealing with, messing with, dating, sleeping with women. So this video is for the guys that don't really get women, that are starting to get into them. You know, you might be younger, or even if you're older, you know, there's some things you need to fix. But these are the 5 brutal truths I learned about dealing with women. Number 1, sometimes they just want sex. They don't want a relationship. They don't want to be a wife. They just want to get dick down, get told shut the fuck up. And I know it sounds crazy. I'm trying to be professional, but like, you know, life isn't all about being politically correct. You know, these girls, trust me, there's girls like this, and it's a lot more. It might be your mother. You just don't know. But a lot of girls, they just want.
Say it again, brother. It might just be their mother.
Sex. They want to scratch their itch. They don't want you to be on some lovey-dovey. Oh, I want, you know, I'm gonna give you flowers. I'm gonna take you out on a nice $500 steak dinner date. They don't want that. They just want to get sometimes put down, face to the sheets, and have a good time.
There are studies that show.
Before he goes off into what he's about to say, I want to confirm that, and some of you guys can as well. One of the things that you're going to notice about women in other countries as well as the United States, there are some women that are not looking for you to pay for the party. They appreciate it. True story. Brother lands in Medellin, right? And I remember he told this story. He's a big boy. He's like 280, but he's a cool dude. You know, one of them overweight, lover, heavy D type of dudes with a good personality, right? And the brother had met the sister online. I mean, met the female online in Colombia. This was like back in 2018. So this is before, you know, everybody was getting drugged and robbed. So it was safe to meet a woman at that time period online, get to know her for months, and then come down to Colombia. That was the norm back then. Brother makes it down, and they're having a great time. First night, he takes her out to an extravagant dinner. Second night, he takes her to one of the top nightclubs in Medellin. Third night, she said, I don't want to go out. I want sex. She said, I was attracted to you when we were just talking, doing video calls. She said, I was attracted and want to have sex with you as soon as, she said, since I already know you, or I feel like I know you, and you're not a total stranger. Because, you know, many Colombianas aren't into having sex with total strangers. One night stands is not the norm here. I know some of you guys think it is, but it's not. It really isn't. And some of the guys in the comments can tell you that live here, the one night stand thing is a North American concept, not just in not here in Colombia. If you get that, she's a pay for play or she's just a party girl. But she knew the guy. She was comfortable with him before he even came down. She tells him, you don't need to be spending all this money on us. She like, first thing she said, as soon as you got off the plane, I wanted you. I think you are so attractive. Remember, this is a big boy, 3'8", I'm 280. Sometimes we don't realize, and of course, the third night they did the do. She wanted it the first night. She said, I felt comfortable enough with you. I'm attracted to you. You're attracted to me. You do not have to be. She said, I appreciate the places that you've taken me to. She said, but I would appreciate you more. There are times where women, I don't care who they are, especially during this snowstorm, they just want to get sex. After this snowstorm, you may not hear from them again till the next snowstorm. But they're hot in the pants and they want sex. From 25 to 60, they do not want to be in that cold house alone, laying down in that cold bed, even if they got air conditioning. You ever noticed, heating, you ever notice that the other side of the bed is still cold? And they don't want to be in that cold. Dude, in college, there were women that didn't want to have a man. They were focusing on their education. But when they needed that scratch itch, come on, guys, you know what I'm talking about. If they needed that scratched itch, we would come along, scratch that itch, and they get right back to their homework. They wouldn't call us, text us, reach out to us, nothing. Nothing. There are women out there that have money. They've got projects to work on for their corporation, whether they have their own business or whether they work in corporate America. And they're moving up. They don't have time to get pregnant. They ain't got no time for the distractions of a man. They may have a kid that they're even taking care of. And they're in corporate America, they're on their way up. True stories. They would call, these type of women would contact your boy. Why? I was the type of guy that kind of like jail. I was corporate America anyway, so I jailed with them. Dude, I had so many women that would just call me from out the blue. I need you to come over here and beat this coochie up before my son wakes up. Get the hell out. I'll call you when I need you again. I knew the program. And some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You've had women in your life that they don't want you, but they want you. That's the first thing that we need to come to the conclusion with. There are women that only want the intimacy. They're not looking for you to come to their country and splurge. You assume that you need to splurge. You do. Some women just want you to come, have fun, beat this coochie up, and let me show you my country. Now let me show you my city. But some of y'all, soon as you get off the plane, yeah, baby, look what I got. Don't do that. Stop that. Some of you guys have turned women off because you throw money so fast that they think it's a catch to it. Oh, he must think I'm a pay for play. Oh, let me let him go. He must think I'm one of them street girls. Let me let him go. I liked him too. I really liked him too. But now he throwing money around like I'm a pay for play. He just insulting me. No, he can't get this coochie. That's all right. Thank you for the meal though, but I'm gone. And a lot of dudes do overkill in other countries. My brother International Quiet Storm in the building, as well as Jay Anderson, the great. Salute to you as well, brother, and my brother Kobe. He says this. He said, it's about to be a lot of babies made, absolutely correct, during this blizzard. I hope you passport bros out here, not out here doing raw dog and Keisha and get stuck. I've always said that, man. Some of you guys that plan on leaving within 5 months, 5 years, or 15 years, you better wrap it up or slow your roll, because he is 100% correct. The last thing that you want is you're putting your mind and your money in order, and you're like, if I stay focused, in 5 years, I can be in Medellin. Some of you guys are like, I'll retire in 3 months. Some of you guys are like, my son, he turns 20 in 15 years. By the time my son gets done, I'm out of here. Here you go, getting one of them big girls pregnant this weekend. Did I say a lie? How often do y'all see big girls with babies and 3 or 4 kids by 3 or 4 baby daddies? It's a lot of dudes hitting big girls and getting big girls pregnant during January, December, February, and March. Don't act like big girls ain't got no babies. Y'all be busting up raw in big girls. So International Quiet Storm is 100% correct. We have to be wise during this blizzard. Wrap it up or don't go over her house. But say this again. We as grown men, in the words of Obsidian, men in this dojo, we know how to either wrap it up or I ain't going over there hitting nobody, because I ain't hitting nobody raw. And then now I got a new child. And if I'm a good man, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to take care of my child. Now you'll dream of moving to another country. That's deferred. All that traveling you was doing, all that extra money you had to travel, that's deferred. Why? Because you want to get some blizzard coochie. You want to get you some peanut butter parfait coochie. You better leave that peanut butter parfait alone and stay out of trouble. Yeah, big girls, big girls. Y'all know this big girl season. Y'all trying to pretend like all them big girls in our neighborhood wasn't pregnant. Them women got pregnant by somebody. Every big girl we know in our neighborhood got a kid or two, by 2 or 3 baby daddies. And it's usually the winter babies, those winter babies. So let's go back to hear what else my brother was saying.
That as women have more sexual partners, these are studies, it's not my opinion. Women tend to have a harder time staying in a marriage. It's about a 17% chance of staying in a marriage once you exceed 20 sexual partners. For men, that correlation doesn't happen. Men can have multiple sexual partners. What causes men to cheat tends to be other options. What causes women to cheat tends to be previous sexual partners. So that's one of the issues. Like every time you're trying out the new ice cream, you're taking one lick of the ice cream. The problem is by the time you get to the man who's your husband, there may be some difficulty for you to imprint with him because you had so many previous partners. Does that make sense?
If you think that that's all she's giving you, she don't want you for real. Because women have other things. Like, we just don't want to give it to y'all. Y'all don't even deserve nothing but sex.
If your flex as a woman is, well, I could have sex with you and not give you no value, you ain't doing nothing but a disservice to yourself. Y'all complaining why men don't commit. If all you want to give is sex to a man and then wonder why he not committing because you didn't show him no other value outside of sex. When men are on dates and they ask, I'm curious, what do you bring to the table? And y'all come with, I am the table. That's a red flag automatically. Like, because you can't properly express your value to a man without getting defensive and saying, well,
you know, sex. Just, yeah. I'd really crave sex. I'd really want sex. Sex for me was a means of finding commitment, was a misguided means of assuming I'd found commitment, a misguided means of assuming I'd found attachment, a misguided means of assuming I'd found safety. But the second that the two of us come, it's gone. It's fucking gone.
Facts. It ain't like she lying. Let's bring that beat back. Let's bring that part back. It's not like she lying.
Yeah. I'd really crave sex. I'd really want sex. Sex for me was a means of finding commitment, was a misguided means of assuming I'd found commitment, a misguided means of assuming I'd found attachment, a misguided means of assuming I'd found safety. But the second that the two of us come, it's gone. It's fucking gone.
Facts. Okay. What hurts a lot of men's feelings that they don't want to admit that what this young lady is saying is absolutely true. You say, Becky, slumbuster. Yeah. Shout out to Pharaoh Ishmael in the building. Shout out to you. He said, my woman's first name is Coco La, is Butter F Keisha. I ain't mad at you, brother. Wise man. Okay. If y'all think she wrong, how many of y'all have had sex with a woman and soon as you bust, you want her to get out your house? Or you ready to leave hers? Come on. She got to be saying something right. How many of you dudes have actually been with women that you wanted, whether you had her a few times in the past or whether it's the first time, and after you bust, we ain't got nothing to talk about? What are you talking about? You looking at her like a total stranger, like, why are you here? You trying to come up with any excuse to kick her out in the snow. Remember I told y'all the story about the one chick that came over to my crib during a hurricane? Guess what happened after I got done? And she got done. I kicked her ass right back out in that hurricane. True story. She said, what you doing? I say, nothing. Can I come over? I see you gonna drive in the middle of this hurricane? Dude, and I'm talking about she coming, anybody that's from Tampa, you know, St. Pete, across the bridge. I'm in Tampa. I'm like, you coming from Tampa? I mean, you coming from St. Pete, deep St. Pete, past downtown St. Petersburg. I said, you driving from past downtown St. Pete over here to Brandon on the other side of Tampa. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute. I'm thinking to myself, well, you ain't gonna see me in a minute, but we'll see if you come. Came over, sat on the couch and talked, blah, 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 for a few minutes. Did what we had to do, and kid you not, the moment I bust and she bust, let her get herself together, kicked her ass right back out in that hurricane, and it was pitch black dark by the time she left in. She came when it was like 5 o'clock, left right around 8. So now you in a hurricane in the dark, and some of y'all might be thinking, Andre, you a monster. Nope, I'm being Andre. You come over to Andre's house, you don't stay. You do not stay. I don't play that. I never played that. I never played that game of somebody staying overnight in my house. That's why that's why I don't understand how you dudes can have chicks that are pay for play staying all night in your Airbnb. If we pay for an hour, you can't get comfortable on my 22-inch mattress with the memory foam. You can't come over my house getting comfortable on the mattress with the memory foam. Oh, hell no. You gotta get your ass out of here. And I don't care if it's a hurricane outside. You got to go. So all you dudes that's gonna be getting chicks pregnant in the snow, yeah, wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. Yes, sir. I see all you guys understand. Yep, we've all been there. As soon as you get done, as soon as you bust that good one, you kind of like look over like, okay, she better be ready to go. Or you be like, I'm ready. I gotta go to work in the morning. And a lot of women don't want you to leave because they know they're going to be lonely. You sure you gotta go? I'll wake you up in the morning, make sure you get to work on time. Next time you need to bring a travel bag so you can go to work from here. No, boo. Ain't gonna be no travel bags. You got what you wanted, I got what I wanted, and I'm up out of here. That's serious. Our brother David Dice of the Dice family says this. He said, a lot of us men need to acknowledge that these ladies, who they are, and stop trying to change them if they lose the box or lose the box. Respect it and don't wipe them backs. Don't wipe them up. Think with the head that's above your shoulders. Shout out to you with the $10 love, and that is 1,000% correct. A lot of men need to start acknowledging. We got to get this halo effect that we have about women that our mothers and our forefathers taught us. Get rid of that. You got to get rid of that. Women love intimacy just as much as you do. All that. Women want to give it away. They just don't want to give it away to everybody, or at least be known for giving it away to everybody. They love intimacy, the temptation and desires and everything that men go through. They have theirs as well. We have been programmed and trained throughout the history of society that she's giving me something special, as if your private parts aren't as special to her. As if your orgasm is special that you get from her, but the orgasm that you give her, well, that's not that special. Society taught us that. There are women that just want to bust a nut, bruh. They think just like us. Well, women, she won't have a spiritual connection. No, there are women out there that won't have a spiritual connection to you. I promise you. There are some women that will let you do amazing, crazy stuff to them. And guess what? She will not text you the next day until she needs you again to come and do some crazy stuff to her. She ain't texting you. She taking care of her son. Her son was over. How many of y'all done got? Okay, here we go. If you think that David is lying, how many of y'all have been with women that had a child, and the child went to go be with his daddy for the weekend, or went to her mama house for the weekend, or for the holidays? How many of y'all done smashed your women when the shorty was out of town, or the shorty was on the other side of the city? Put a 1 in the comment if you didn't ever got you some what I call holiday coochie. School is out for the summer. Kid is going down to spend some time with his grandparents in Alabama. You about to get you some holiday coochie, 4th of July. Put a 1 in the comments if you think, you gentlemen, I'm not the only one that done got some holiday coochie. She didn't call me throughout the whole school year, because that person might have been busy with their kid or kids. She might have been dealing with her baby daddy throughout the whole school year. Maybe he was hitting it. But when summertime hit and them kids go over to their baby daddy, sorry, all you fathers, my bad. You see the men in the comments. But send those kids over to their daddy house. We are tearing up that apartment. If you think we just gonna be, come on guys, I'm not alone. If you think the only place that we have sex is in her bedroom, you crazy. We tearing up your kids' bunk beds like a mother. You think that we just using adult toys? You think I'm just putting adult toys in her? Man, I'm putting your kids' Legos up in her. I'm putting Legos together. I'm just building a big old Lego stack. And I'm putting it up in there, just working the big old Legos up in there. I got your kids' toys all up in there. Just, bruh, I'm telling you. Just working Legos, your kids' Legos. Just I done stacked them up. Just stacked them up to like, how many inches you want? You want 10-incher? I got a Lego stack. Thick, how thick you want it? Circumference, I made a Lego stack like that. Just Legos all up in your kids' Legos. The Legos you got them kids last Christmas. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was using them Legos and working her body like an Etch-a-Sketch. For real. Andre, you're a monster. I'm telling y'all the truth. You know that race car track bed that you got your son? Well, you got your daughter that Barbie bed set. That Barbie blanket comfortable than a motherfucker, brother. I'm gonna tell you that now. That Barbie blanket is comfortable than a motherfucker. And then when the kids come back, they don't call me. They don't bother me. I don't bother them because I know what their life is like. True stories. Asian girls out here like that, white girls. As soon as the kids be with either their mama or they're going with you, dad, going with you, I be want to call and say, did you get that kitchen counter disinfected? I know you ain't got that baby eating cereal off of that kitchen counter. The stuff that we did on that, you are nasty. I know before them kids come back, get that kitchen counter disinfected. And buy that girl a new blanket. A new blanket that looked like, because she is not going to be walking around like Linus and Charlie Brown with that blanket up to her ear. And Mama, why is my blanket smelling unblankety? This does not smell blankish. This does not smell like my Barbie blanket. What? Mama, did you wash my blanket? Mama, you nasty. Hey, Mom, I got some Legos missing. Mama, I got some Legos missing. Did you see my Legos? Do you know my Legos at, Mom? Am I in trouble, Mom? Am I in trouble? Mom, am I in trouble? Do you have my Legos? Do you have my Legos, Mom? Am I in trouble? Get that boy some new Legos. Dave says this. Shout out to David. Yes. J. Cool. Yes. The Barbie blanket, my friend. And yeah, this is the funny part. Y'all think I'm making this up. That's probably the funniest part to me and why I'm laughing, because y'all literally think I'm just making all this stuff up. Okay.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Y'all see that face? Okay, he said, Dre, one time I was dealing with a single mom, and she was so excited and wet the entire place up. We tore the entire place up. The only thing that I had was the baby's blanket to clean. Thank you. I am not the only one. I am not the only monster that has existed. Thank you. He said I was Tom Tucker. I did not get that. Thank you. I don't feel alone. I feel like Michael Jackson. You are not alone. I am here with you. Thank you. I am not alone, brethren. Seriously, all you dads are sitting around like, what? When you come pick your son up, I ain't coming to get him. I might pick him up next year. Some of y'all like, I done bought that boy that race car bed. You better not be in there with your dude. And all you lame fathers be out there, you better not be, dude. You cannot stop a baby mama from having sex. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. Why do you think that there are women out there with 4 or 5 baby daddies? You know why? Because the other 4 could not stop her from having sex. That's how she got the 5th baby daddy. Ain't that right? The other 4 baby daddies, no matter how much they huffed and puffed and tried to blow the house down, she ended with baby daddy number 5. You know why? Because you cannot stop a baby mama when she is horny. Y'all can forget about that one, including yours. Including yours, gentlemen. I know it's hard pressed to believe that women do not need to be put on pedestals. They need to be, everything is equal, gentlemen. They love intimacy. We love intimacy. Stop putting women on these pedestals. Stop reaching in your pocket for coochie when you should think she should be reaching in your pants. Stop letting women reach in your pocket, because if everything is equal, you reaching in her pants, she should be reaching in your pants. I'm saying this on a global scale. Let's continue on, gentlemen.
Dude, that's so bleak. And it's so real. No, it's so real. Because I
It is so real. Let's bring it back. Let's bring that beat back just a little bit. What these ladies were talking about.
Getting defensive and saying, well, I am the table.
Mature women just want bomb sex, some attention, and no BS. And there are a lot of women out there that think just like this. They are too busy in life for a relationship. But when they want you to come through, Mr. Gigolo, beat it up and get on until she call you again. And she gonna call you again.
you know, sex. Just, yeah. I'd really crave sex. I'd really want sex. It was sex for me was a means of finding commitment, was a misguided means of assuming I'd found commitment, a misguided means of assuming I'd found attachment, a misguided means of assuming I'd found safety. But the second that the two of us come, it's gone. It's fucking gone. Dude, that's so bleak. And it's so real.
No, it's so real. Cause I bet so many women are listening to this, and it's like saying it out loud is maybe rare to hear that statement that you just said. Cause I don't think a lot of women have the confidence maybe to admit it. And I really respect you for saying that.
Thanks.
Because I think
until I met a man who said, "Oh, I'm a pleaser."
You really didn't know.
I didn't know. I was just like you said, you know, the moaning, the sex, the quick, whatever. Until a man was like, "Oh no, I'm a pleaser. Lay back." I was like, and that's. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna cry. That's my current boyfriend right now, and he said, "No, he said I'm a pleaser," and I said, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "A pleaser." So I'm thinking he's talking like he's a Casanova, whatever. He want to do this and that. No, like some men, and I didn't know this, ladies, but you just keep trying. You just keep searching. Some men they come up of pleasuring you, and they won't stop until I know that's the first time they
That's your boy.
I'm gonna be the one to say it. If money was everything when it came to women, then how come we mess with broke men? How come your girl cheated on you with a dude that ain't got no job?
Yeah, I want to answer that question, gentlemen. Yeah, I want to answer that question, gentlemen. If us flying to these other countries or the States, if money was so important, how come she cheated on you with a broke dude?
And how come we mess with broke men? How come your girl cheated on you with a dude that ain't got no job? Make it make sense.
And as a man, that shouldn't be a problem, right? If you want more than that, that's fine. But if that's really a problem to you, you're soft, like respectfully. So yeah, girls are way more horny than men, especially as they get older. I found that the older the woman is, around their 30s and 40s, the hornier they get. Yeah, maybe it's menopause and all that, I don't know. Number 2, you were never their first choice. There's something called hypergamy, which is an evolutionary trait from women where they just want the best guy possible.
Many of these women don't want their husbands to know that they married their second choice. When you're a woman's first choice, you know. She'll move to you. She'll take your last name. She'll convert to your religion. You will know. Most men will never experience that, unfortunately. I don't say this with a happy heart, but most men will never know what it's like to have a woman actually respect your authority. You go to him with your problems. You listen to him when he tells you something. You don't argue. You don't psychoanalyze. It is just a different experience when a man is your first choice.
She ain't lying. And a lot of us think that we are the first choice. A lot of us think that. A lot of men, just statistically, me, others, have an inflated image of ourselves, and we assume things about ourselves, right? Right? And one of the things that we assume is, I'm the first choice. I'm the first real choice she ever had. For many men, yes, you are the first real choice. You may not be her first sexual partner or the first person she ever fell in love, but you might be her first real choice. I'll give you a perfect example that a lot of people just still kind of like the judgment is out on. And I mentioned this the other day. Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know what it is about the new brother, but Megan is acting like that's her first choice. I'm not saying the first man that she ever fell in love with. I'm not saying that's the first man she ever was wild with. But the behavior, the almost somewhat ladylike behavior that she's displaying over the last couple of months, I saw one image of her. It was him and her at a gala at an event. She was dressed very respectful, not like she was with other guys. And he had walked up to a group of men that were talking. And I kid you not, she took 2 steps back and just stood there until he introduced her. It wasn't one of those, she wasn't doing none of that. She just played her position, kept her mouth shut. This dude might, and I'm just saying might, like I said, the court is out on, the decision, but thus far with this new dude, Megan Thee Stallion acting like she got some sense in her head. This might be the first time or her first choice. Sometimes with you guys, you've met women that around other men, she was unruly. She ain't had no sense. But with you, she knew that you ruled in a different way. You were the first person she decided to allow, hey, what you say goes. The first one. You may not be the first person she had sex with. You may not be her first boyfriend, but the first one she respected as a man in that particular country or this particular country. Kid you not. He said, don't fall for it once a 304, always a 304. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, the court is out. And who am I to judge? I don't know the young lady, Megan. I don't know anything about her. And some of you guys said she ain't ish. She might not be. I'm just going by what I've seen lately. You guys can use the past, true. I'm just going by what I've seen lately. I do believe that a woman will change for a certain man. A lot of us believe that women can't change. A lot of women believe men can't change. But it's up to, hope it works out for her. Say something. I am F said in the building. He's in the building. Shout out to you, brother. He said, some 304s like dudes to just bust it up. True. Giving them orgasms, and then when it's over, 304s feel empty. Yep. Nihilistic, and blank, and they think that spiritual enlightenment to rise, recycle, repeat, to rinse, basically rinse and repeat their 304 pride. Okay, rinse, repeat their 304 pride. There are women like that. There are women even that are, and I saw, Kenny, I saw your email. I saw your, your email, but your message about the email. I'll check that out when I get done. There are women that are professionals. Some of you, my blue collar brothers and military brothers, hear me out, because you know about this in the blue collar world as well as us in the white collar world. There are women that are not 304s that want to get their back broke in. They do not want you to be their man. They fellas, is it just me? Are there not women that have just freshly gotten out of divorce? Are there not women that have been divorced or separated for like a year and a half? They went through their healing moment and disappointed that the divorce went through, so forth and so forth. Have you guys not smashed a woman that ain't been smashed in like 9 months, year and a half, 3 years? Could have had anybody they want. I'm talking about beautiful women. I'm not talking about a female that can't get it. I'm not talking about some big girls. Big girls. I'm talking about some attractive women that was just torn up, whether they filed for the divorce or not. That's not the topic tonight, but were torn up. And when they finally decided to give up the coochie with nobody ahead of you but their ex-husband. How many of y'all been with the female? Put a 1 in the comment section, because I could put plenty of ones. Put a 1 in the comment section if you have ever been with a woman that the last person she was with was either her ex-boyfriend from 7-8 months ago or her ex-husband from a year or 2 years ago, and you was the first one to get that coochie. You don't know why you was the first one. You don't know how she gave it to you instead of all of, and she was attractive. She had dudes in her phone. You guys know I'm not lying. She had dudes in her phone already. None of them dudes got it. And here you come along, 1.5 years, 3 months, 10 months later. Ain't nobody touched it since the ex-husband or the ex-boyfriend. What's my point? There are women that get horny while they're healing. They're healing because of the loss of the relationship, but they still have needs that come out to feed. They do not want another man. They aren't looking for another relationship. They were married for 12 years. They've got 1 kid. They have a good relationship with the father. They're not trying to bring another kid in, another grown man into the kid's life, but they will come over your crib and let you beat the brakes off that coochie. Or when it's summertime and the kids are gone, or the holidays, she gonna give you that holiday coochie. She is not looking for you to give her anything for Valentine's Day. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. She ain't tripping. She ain't had nothing for Valentine's Day for 3 years. You the first one to get it. And she go bonkers. Like she ain't never had sex before. I mean, bonkers. What's my point? If you guys think that it's only 304s that want you just for sex, y'all got it wrong. There are women that just want us for sex that are not ready for a relationship yet. They just see you as an attractive man. They want intimacy from you. I'll call you when I need to see you again. Don't call me, I'll call you. Don't text me like how I'm doing. You know, stay up to date on how I'm doing. But these women will tell you, I am not looking for a relationship. I don't need your money. I got money. So if y'all think it's only 304s that you can only want to have sex, y'all got the game tore up. Y'all got the game tore up. I've been with too many women fresh out of a divorce. And I don't mean the ink got dried yesterday. I'm talking about they haven't been with anybody for 4 months. For last person I was with before I left the States hadn't been with anybody for 3 years. She just focused on raising her kids. She had a couple toys here and there, and that was it. That was it. There are plenty of women out there that's not whores that just want you for sex. And some of you guys do not want to acknowledge that because you have this halo effect about women. And no, you mean that my mother could have been? Yes, your mother, your aunties, your sister, your co-workers, mine, all of ours could have at one point in time went through a bad breakup, was not looking for another relationship, but had needs that they desired to be taken care of. So yes, you could get with them to fulfill their needs, but all that going out to dinner and all that going to a movie, they are not for that. They don't want to be going out to a movie with you. They don't want your money. You ain't got to be blowing no money on it. They like, I got my own money. I got my own corporate job. I just desire to give intimacy to you. You're the one I choose. I've got a phone full of dudes. These women will tell you, I got a phone full of dudes that have been drooling over this coochie even before I got divorced. These women will tell you that. And somehow 3 years later, you were the one that got that. And she'll get up the next morning, put her business suit on, get to work, tell you to get the hell out. I'll text you when I text you when I text you. Shout to my man K-Dub, leaves America in the building, my dude. He said, what's good, Andre? He said, in Germany, I had a Croatian that hadn't been touched by her husband in a year and a half. He said, I was with her, was only her second body. Her husband was her first. I could believe that. I could believe that. And this is the other thing, K-Dub, a lot of times the husband is not having sex with her on the day that they file the divorce. Sometimes they haven't had sex in 3 years, even though they have been married a year before the divorce was finally, the ink was finally dry. In other words, he hadn't got his own wife's coochie in a year. The divorce papers are signed, they're official. It took her 2 years later to meet you and give you the coochie. And he's 100% correct. There are a lot of women out there that were married so long that the last time they had somebody, and some of you guys can't believe this, there are women, the last time they had somebody other than you and their ex-husband was some high school sex, some college sex. So why y'all sit back thinking that it's hoes out there? All these it must be hoes. A lot. I'll tell you this. Most of the women that will give you a good time for the evening because you're giving them a good time are not even hoes. They ain't been with nobody since college. And I mean freshman year. They met their husband as a sophomore. You got with her, she was 32. Ain't nobody hit it since sophomore year in college. And some of you dudes can't even fathom the thought of that. And it's the same thing here in these other countries. These women were like, the only person I've been with is my child's father. Or the other person, only person I've been with before my child's father, well, I was 16 in high school. I met my child's father when I was 17. I'm 25 right now. And here you come get off the plane in the Philippines. She's 25. She ain't been with nobody since other than when she was 16. It's a lot of women out there like that. I don't know why you guys sit up there and actually believe that a female got to be a 304 to be like that. Y'all got the game twisted. I have experienced this scenario more than I've experienced hoes. Way more. I'm going through the Rolodex of my mind right now. Way more scenarios that this brother just showed on the screen than 304s. Most women that want you like a Luther Vandross song, If Only for One Night.
You better back the
that
fuck
one,
up
that's
out
not what I
my
was looking
face,
for.
goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
This is what I was looking for.
I'm not meant to live alone.
That's what they're looking for. They just need you, if only for one night.
I'm not meant to live alone.
Shout out to my brother, I am FS, and Texas boys in the building. Shout out to you. Yes, sir. Once again, shout out to Zeta and J. Cason being in the building. He said, I know a chick like that right now. She's a brown-skinned Latina and white. Yeah. Dude, I had a chick like that. I kid you not. Her ex-husband was a police officer in Detroit. Bruh. She hadn't been touched by some dude. She was Miss Corporate. Like she was just, dude. True story. I had just got the feds, and I when I was in Indiana, I worked at a nursing home. But then I decided to move back to the D for a couple of years, right? So I'm working at Blue Cross Blue Shields, and I'm working in the mail room, right? Until I find me something really solid in corporate America. True story. So I'm the dude that's delivering mail to each floor. So I'm hollering at females on every floor. But it's this top floor with the CEOs, COOs, all these top dudes. And they had this gorgeous secretary up top that worked with them. Her office was to herself. It was quiet as a church mouse when I went up there and always delivered something. One day I go up there and she has a bouquet of roses on her desk. Happy birthday. And I was like, oh, wow. Didn't know her, but I was like, happy birthday. I was being nice, and I had a 25-second conversation, just really short, really to the point. Got ready to walk away. She gave me her phone number. I said, what did the guy that give you the bouquet going to say? She said, I got that from the CEO of this particular branch of Blue Cross Blue Shield. She said, it was just, being nice. I hit her up, went up to her crib. With no going out to dinner, never took out to dinner, ever. Very, very ladylike. She had told me about her story of her ex-husband being a police officer, and it didn't work out, and he was cheating with another woman, in another side of the city, and they broke up. They had a son and a good kid, right? Bruh, did you know she hadn't been with anybody since her breakup with her husband? He was her first. They had been married maybe at that time 10 years. They had been divorced 3. Dude, she's fully dressed. I'm not touching any particular body part or anything. We're just kissing. Do you know this woman was so horny for human touch from a man? I'm talking about a corporate professional sister, very attractive, very ladylike. She orgasmed. I'm talking about quivering orgasm. Legs shaking, arms just holding, just crazy. Because she hadn't had intimate contact from a man in that long. Mind you, she had plenty of suitors that desired her, but she just didn't feel comfortable with anybody yet. Here come the mailman, the dude with mail. We talk on the phone a couple times. I drive over our house. And I kid you not, on her couch right there. And I kid you not, she busts the hardest orgasm, fully dressed, pants on. I ain't got my hands down there, nothing. We just basically kissing. I'm not caressing breasts or none of that. She was so embarrassed. And we as men, we're going to be like, it's all right, baby. It's all part of it. Just lets me know that you're attracted to me and I'm attracted to you. You know how we do our talk, right? Let the woman feel good, right? Seriously, true story. Shout out to my man, Jermon, and I am FF in the building once again. True story. Wasn't even 3 days ago, I come back over. Do you know that happened again? There are women that are not pay for play, that are not party girls around the world. Let's put it like this. There are more women like the story I just described than all the pay for play in Parque Yeris, in the clock tower, in 6th Avenue in Thailand. You guys think that the ones that the most horniest and most desirous and the one that has the strongest sexual appetite are the party girls and the pay for play girls. I'm telling you, around this planet, it ain't them. All them party girls that be drugging y'all, they ain't the horny ones in Colombia. They ain't the horniest ones in Brazil. They are not the freakiest ones in Thailand and in the Philippines. A lot of times it's the ones that might be younger or older and conservative. They're ladylike. Not everybody's going to get that coochie, but when somebody do get this coochie, he got a wild child. It takes some of you dudes paying for 10 pay for plays to get the type of orgasm results that just one of these women that have gone through a breakup and are ladylike will do for you in one night. Don't you ever think the coochie that you paying for in DR is the wildest coochie. It's the females in DR that have gone through breakups, that are professional, the ones that are baby moms, and then when the dad finally sends the child over to their dad, they're like, listen, I don't have to be Miss Professional. Come on over here. My son is gone for 3 days. These women don't want to date. They don't care about no Ruth Chris. They don't care nothing about no flowers, cars, and candy. They want you to come over and beat the brakes off their coochie for 3 days. And anybody that tells you that pay-for-play sex is better than those women, he's a liar. He's a liar. And I'm saying it on camera. He's a liar. These women have had sexual yearnings and desires towards men bottled up for 3 months to 3 years. They ain't had nobody touching them. The only time somebody touch them is when a brother in church give them the church hug. Kid, y'all not, man. That blew me away. That happened twice with that woman. Twice. And like I said, it wasn't like I had my hands in her pants or rubbing on something like, you know, or like, yeah, she feeling. Just from kissing. I don't think we were kissing 2 minutes and she bust the hardest orgasms, bro. Now, mind you, it made my ego feel good. I ain't gonna lie about that. I've had women that were nurses. Everybody said nurses are wild. Like Kevin Samuels used to say, nurses are out there. Not all. I've had some of the most gorgeous nurses. And they didn't want to cheat. But their boyfriend did. And they broke up with him like 7 months ago. And they were hurt. And so many dudes hit on them when they go on lunch break, and so many doctors hit on them, and they ain't gave the coochie to none of them. And here you come. You don't know why 7 months later. You don't know why she chose you. You barely gave her any attention. And you are beating the brakes off of that nurse. Some of you guys don't know, when you go to these other countries, it ain't the pay for play women that's the wild ones. It ain't the pay for play that's the wild ones. Shout out to my brother, all my hoes that are monetized. The $10 love. He said, get this off YouTube with this trash content. talking crazy-ish. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Yes, sir. And the Barbie blankets. Yes, sir. Let's go back to the video, gentlemen. Let's go back to the video.
And most men have never experienced it. And when I talk about women get a cleanup guy after, most women, they're with their second choice and they don't want the men to know.
No matter what you do, your woman is mad at you. If you work all the time, why you work all the time? You ain't never home. You always leaving me. I hate this shit. If you home all the time, why you all up under me? Let me get some fucking room to breathe. Damn, stop sweating me. I hate this shit. If you make more money than her, well, fuck you. I want to make decisions too. You ain't my fucking daddy. I don't need you to take care of me. I hate this shit. If she makes more money than you broke motherfucker. You never have no fucking money. Fuck this shit. I don't want to make all these decisions. I need to be taken care of. I hate this shit. I can't take it. And the number one reason your woman's always mad, fellas, the number one reason your woman is pissed the fuck off, because you ain't her first choice. Fellas, you ever catch your woman just looking at you, but not saying nothing? In her mind, she's thinking, how did I end up with this ugly motherfucker?
You see how the women are laughing.
Oh, Lord, this motherfucker's ugly and stupid. I had a good man and I blew it. Damn, Lord, kill my man. Kill him, please. Kill him while I still look good enough to get something new. Please kill this motherfucker. Now, strike him. Strike him. If you out there, Lord, strike this motherfucker dead.
If you feel like you're not a priority in a relationship and you've never felt like you're someone's first choice, you're always going to feel like you're their last.
Until I met a man who said, oh, I'm a pleaser.
You really didn't know?
I didn't know. I was just, like you said, you know, the moaning, the sex, the quick, whatever, until a man was like, oh, no, I'm a pleaser, lay back. I was like, and that's, I'm sorry, man.
I'm not gonna cry.
That's my current boyfriend right now. And he said, no, he said, I'm a pleaser. And I said, what does that mean? I'm like, a pleaser. So I'm thinking he's talking like he's a Casanova, whatever. He want to do this and that. No, like some men, and I didn't know this, ladies, but you just keep trying. You just keep searching. Some men they come up of pleasuring you. And they won't stop until I know that's the face on there.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
If it was just down to him and me.
Why you say that, Jamon? Why you think that she's full of it? I know she's loud. I don't know that she can be rude on the shows, but why you think what she said is full of it? Or is it just her being full of it? The Truth Kid Rock talking about, you can see why Beta Will Smith stopped him or slapped him with crusty mean face Jada watching. It ain't like she went home and gave Will Smith some extra sex because he smacked another man. And like everybody said, if that was a Rock up there, he would have never put his hands on him. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Right. Yep. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Shout out to Raymond and Bill.
And you had to make a choice. Who got the goodbye? Who would it be?
I love him, David. He came into my life at a time when I needed someone, and I fell for him instantly. And matter what I feel for you, I never unfall for him.
She said, you came into my life when I need to fall for someone instantly. No matter how I feel for you, I have never unfallen for him. Some of us are boyfriend number 2. Some of y'all are boyfriend number 2.
Hey, I get it. Stephanie. It's always gonna be.
I can't think about all this. All I can think about is right now. And I care about you, Damon. Which is why I have to let you go.
Woo. Woo. That hurts. She said that with a chest. That hurts. She said, I care about you. This is why I gotta let you go. Because I have not out unfallen for him.
I mean, maybe if you and I had met first.
Right? You can't blame them. That's just in their nature. So again, this is gonna hit hard for you. If you have a girlfriend right now, you were never her first choice. The man that she truly desires and wants does not want her back, so she chose you. And that's okay. Because I bet if you had a gun to your head and they said, do you want to have multiple women and still have this girlfriend completely loyal to you and in love with you, you would take that too, right? So that's why you can't take things like that personal. Women want the best choice, right? For example, I had a girlfriend in high school. The guy she liked didn't like her back. And I didn't know this at the time, but she was actually going for like one of the guys that played football. Again, I didn't know. He had other girls he was dealing with. I think they did something together. I don't know. He ended up like ghosting her. So she settled on me. I found that out during the relationship and that ended things. But yeah, I was mad at the time, but I didn't know anything at the time. But now I don't blame her because it's like, you're you. If there's a guy that's better, that's taller, that's more good looking, that has more money, why wouldn't she go for that? This is a problem with men. You can't blame women. You cannot be spiteful towards women.
Facts. You cannot blame women for hypergamy. You can't blame them for something that has been ingrained in them in society for thousands. Back in the Mesopotamian era, the Babylonian era, the Egyptian era. Come on now, guys. Women have always wanted, even if the best didn't want them, they've always wanted the best. Even when they assumed what the best was and they could have been wrong. How many times we know women that thought a certain dude was the best dude and he was not the best? That's women. So you get to a stage in the age of life where you just don't be tripping on stuff. And then I look at it from this perspective. I'm gonna tell you something for real. Let's be real with men. The woman that you get serious with also, a lot of times she wasn't the hottest chick that you ever dated, was it? Let's be real. The one that you married or the one that you got in a serious relationship with, was she the hottest one that you have ever been with? Nah. Did you love her? Yeah. What about financially? Was she the chick that had the best degrees, the best position, the best accolades? A lot of times, nah. Did you still love her? Yeah. What about intimacy? Was she is the freakiest, the wildest one that you ever had? A lot of times, no. Did you still love her? Yeah. That's why dudes like me don't trip. My job is to be the final one, not to be the greatest one. My job is to be the grand finale. I'm the last man standing. That's my job. who all was ahead of Andre. I ain't got no time to be worrying about who was ahead of Andre. My job is to be the last man standing. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and they would have asked, was she this, was she that, was she that? I would say, no. She's not the tallest person I've been with. Not the wildest. Not the funniest. Still funny. Still great intimacy. Still a good woman. You see what I'm saying? We do the same thing, man. It's rare that men marry the person that was the wildest in the bedroom. It's rare. Usually, a lot of times, we walk away from the one that's wildest. We like, man, that's all she brings to the table, dog, is good sex. That's it. I can't be, but she got a bad attitude and a big mouth. I can't deal with her no more. I'm out. Deuces. You don't want this no more? No, you can keep you, them kids, and that coochie. I'm out. Right? A lot of times the one that gives you the wildest intimacy, you was the one that left her. Man, I can't be. My boys used to be like, you let that one go, Dre? Bruh. Y'all can have that headache. That's a headache in a handbasket. Nah, bruh. Y'all can have that one. Y'all think I'm about to deal with this headache? Y'all crazy. So yeah, there are times where men sit back and tell women that maybe the wildest one or the prettiest one, you don't make the cut. You're not the final one. You're just the current one. You're not the final one. You're just the current one. And so it is with me and Andrea. I don't look at Andrea like, oh, was I her greatest this or her greatest that? Was I with dude, I don't spend 30 seconds of that. I'm the grand finale. I'm the one that made it to the finish line. I'm the one with the Super Bowl finale coming, the confetti coming down all over him. I'm the one with the confetti. I don't care about them other dudes. He did stuff to her that was fantabulous. She went crazy over. Well, I had people that did stuff to me that was fantabulous, and I went crazy over too. But guess what? Neither one of us are with those people. Both of us had somebody that was fantabulous. Guess what? Neither one of us are with those people. Andrea gets the Super Bowl confetti poured all over her. I get the Super Bowl confetti poured all over me. All the other people ahead of us, behind us in our past, they don't matter. They're just, in my situation, they're just good stories to tell. I lived to tell the tale. That's it. They're just good pirate stories. There's not like I'm sitting up here like, oh, I miss her. Let me hear her. No. That's why it's so easy for me to tell you guys the stories and laugh. We gotta have fun and laugh with it, because it's rare that a dude marry the smartest chick he ever been with, the sexiest chick he's ever been with, the most sex that he ever been with, the most ladylike woman he's ever been with, the most successful one. It's rare that you marry somebody that's got all the qualities at the same time, and you had enough sense to marry her. Your woman got flaws, mine does too. Why? They're human. And so are we. So for all you dudes that sit back and trip on the fact that you ain't her number one, well, she might not be yours either. But yet y'all happily married or happy in a relationship in another part of the world. And that's what my point is. Some of you guys are in DR and you're with a wonderful woman, but you've been going to DR and you had some of the freakiest women you can imagine. But you married this one over here, or are dating this one over here. And a lot of times with men, the wildest one that you have in the bedroom is the one you can't trust. Yeah, she too freaky. Yeah, she just too wild. Yeah, she just want it all the time. This bitch cheating. She cheating. See, don't let Bad Bunny perform at your Andrea Super Bowl halftime show. Andrea is like an okay Bad Bunny fan. She ain't a fan like that. Shout out to El Patron in the building. But I see where you're coming from. Shout out to Bad Bunny. He just did a concert here a while back in Medellin. Shout out to Zeta. He said, I'm not fixated on women's beauty. True. Because if she's annoying, I'm with you, brother. I know where you're going with this. He said, I don't care. She gotta go. I'm too old for the BS. I tell these women that they're not as special, facts, as they think, or as she thinks she is. I can walk away easily. Absolutely correct. A lot of dudes don't know how to walk away, especially when the intimacy is good. But walk away, bruh. Walk away. Shout out to my brother Words. Word is the building. Word is Bond representing 007. He says this. He said, I blame women I blame women for is taking advantage of good dudes. This is true. That they really aren't into. Okay. I agree with that. But I also agree with the fact we take advantage of women that we ain't into either. I can 100% agree with you on that one. I blame women for taking advantage of good men or good dudes that they are not really into. They perform as if they love the dude. Hypergamy is one thing. Playing a fraud is the problem. I have done that one many a moon. Many a moon. There are plenty of women that thought if they gave me intimacy that I would be their man. Nope. We've had women try to use sex to think that he gonna be my man after I give him sex. Nope. After I cook him a good meal, he gonna be my man. Nope. Yes, I was hungry. Yes. Yes, I was horny. Yes, but I don't want you. There are a lot of us men that will let there are a lot of us men out here that will let a woman know, I do not want you. I just want your body. What's up? And a lot of women do that, just like my brother said. A lot of women, play the role. Let me go old school with it. A lot of women be out here perpetrating the fraud. They be out here perping. So yeah, I agree. Women do it, but shoot, I ain't gonna lie like I ain't never did it. Mama, I think he the one, not me. I be telling them, don't tell your pastor about me. Don't tell your mama about me. Don't tell your dog about me. Don't tell your kids about me. Don't tell your neighbor about me. I don't like you like that. I will come over and do dastardly deeds with you. But once I leave, I don't like you like that. We co-workers. I am not about to put a whole pizza on your desk. Talking about, here, baby, here's a pizza. I am not going to Starbucks for you. None of that. I'm putting no Starbucks on your desk. I don't like you like that. Just because we had intimacy in the parking lot at work, that does not mean that I like you. You know you a man. You done had intimacy with a few women that you can't stand their gut, but she's sexy. I gotta hit it though. I've had women talk crazy to your boy. Crazy. Oh, you gonna get fucked. I'm gonna beat this coochie up. You talking reckless. All right. I got you. As soon as I beat that up for a couple times, I'll let him go. You ain't gonna talk reckless to me and think I'm coming back again. You fine. But your reckless mouth caused me to not want to be with you. I've been with Latinas like that. You know how Latinas in the States talk reckless. You feeling like you walking on broken glass and they be, do I had this one green-eyed bandit? Ooh, she was fine. This Latina was fine. You know, when they got the jet black hair and it makes those green eyes stand out. She had that in Tampa. She had that like that ocean green, kind of like the ocean. Like, oh my goodness, she was beautiful, and she knew it, and had that attitude. After I got done beating that coochie up 3 times, I was never to be seen again. Yeah, don't tell your pastor about me. You're going to be highly disappointed. You're going to be highly disappointed. Pastor, I met the one. Jesus told me, don't tell Jesus about me. Jesus don't even need to know I'm messing with you. That was serious, man. Don't. He said, yes, they are forced. Yes, they focused on other things, but they're good women. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. Let's continue on with the video, gentlemen. Let's continue on with the video.
Because at the end of the day, time is in our favor. So if you're in your 20s and your girlfriend has a lot of options right now, when you guys are both 40, she's gonna have a completely different tone, and she's gonna get really humbled because now she has all the options. But wait till you guys are both 40 and she's on the decline and you're on the incline. Then you gotta just wait for that. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, things will be good. Just work on yourself. Again, like I said, don't put women first. It's in their nature. They're gonna do that. So that's another brutal truth that some of you guys don't know. Dude, if she could have Chris Brown or Drake, if Chris Brown or Drake sent her a DM right now, she's going. You're done. Me too. But it's okay, right? Because, you know, hey, you gotta just relax and enjoy her while she's here. That's it. Like, you gotta play it like that. Like, that's all you got. That's all you could do. You can't stress about it. Look at my skin. I don't stress at all about nothing. And that keeps me sane and that keeps me grounded. And again, if you're selfish and only care about yourself, that's the best way to do it. So I would recommend that. Number 3, women cheat more than men. Guys, when are you guys gonna learn? Women definitely cheat more than men because they have more options.
Women cheat a lot.
The majority of divorces are instigated by women, and the majority of infidelity, it's switched. It used to be mostly for men, and now it's mostly women that cheat. I've watched a lot of women openly admit it.
Women are the biggest cheaters, but love complaining about cheating.
New research shows women are more likely to cheat than men due to boredom. Wow. Oh, really? Science is finding that women struggle more than men when it comes to staying faithful in relationships. Even when your marriage is good, you still miss that rush of feeling so excited you can't eat or sleep when you're having such an intense time emotionally and intimately with a new person. That's what I kept going after and what I couldn't say no to. Wow. The view that it's mostly men who cheat because their partners lose interest in intimacy is outdated. Science says that it's actually women who struggle more with monogamy because they get bored in the bedroom. Women crave intimacy, variety, and while some strive for their desires, others will be unfaithful. Like they said, even when your marriage is good, you still miss that rush of feeling so excited. There's literally, if that's who you chose to be with, 1, that's your fault. 2, there's nothing you can do about it. If that's what she wants to do, how does that make y'all feel? Let me know in the comments, man.
Women cheat a lot, and they're way more quicker and way more slicker than men. Because women will stick to the routine. Men will switch up. All of a sudden, the man's acting weird. He's not answering the call. A woman will come home, feed you. Hey, baby, everything in the whole routine is the same. You will never know. And men, y'all are not as tuned in. So women, they do be cheating. I know plenty of women and stories of women who be cheating and doing their thing on the low.
Treat me better. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care, but I'm gonna get what I want. If your mama did it, so am I. There is no man that...
She said, if your mama did it, so will I. Dang. It's hard out there in them streets, fellas.
It's gonna make me feel bad for leaving him to go to someone else that's gonna treat me better. You can call me whatever you want.
I keep telling y'all over and over and over, women cheat
more than men do. It's just when they do it, they don't classify it as cheating. I'm not knocking the creator because I would never knock the creator. But look at all the views, look at all the likes, and look at all the comments. If she is saying she would not feel bad for leaving you to go be with somebody who treat her right, how does she know that this man is going to treat her right? How does she know if this man is the one for her if she isn't entertaining, dealing, or seeing or communicating with another man while she's in a relationship with you?
Baby, let me tell you something. These days, women cheat more than men. Believe it or not. See, a lot of women these days are not satisfied with the man that they have. They see the next man, and he seems like he has more. He seems like he can do more for them. He seems like he can pay 100% of the bills. He seems like he takes women to 5-star restaurants and fly women out and things of that nature. But guess what? Only small-minded, materialistic-ass women go for that type of shit. With your cheating asses. You heard it here first. Yeah.
If you have a girlfriend right now, you could both walk out the house. Let's say you guys go out to eat or a nightclub or she's out with her friends. At least 5 guys will come up to her that night, wanted to get in her pants, wanted to get her number, buying her a drink, asking her questions. And if that guy's taller, smarter, looks better, she's going. Because why not? And you guys could say, oh, but like I'm always there for her and I show up for her, I give her flowers, I'm her emotional support. They don't care about that, bro. They care about that in a husband, but you're not her husband. And I'm gonna say this, but by the time she wants a husband, she's already in her 30s and she's already been used up. So like you have to frame it when she's in her prime and she has all the options possible. What are her actions? Because women want a guy for emotional support and they like a guy with a dad bod, but think about what age they are when they're saying this stuff. It's when they're 30s and they had their fun already. And you don't want them at that point, right? What's the point? Like you want them in their prime, just like how they want you in your prime. It's just that your prime isn't until 30s and 40s and 50s. So again, the long game, time is on our side. Don't stress about it. Don't blame women. It's not their fault. I love women. That's just how they are. And by the way, you'll never find out if she cheats or not. Your girlfriend right now, she's probably cheating on you. I'm not saying that. But like if she is, you would never find out unless you like grab her phone and just start scrolling through it. And even then she might delete her messages every night. They're really smart with this. And a lot of you guys have to get burnt. A lot of this stuff has to happen to you guys in real life for you guys to really understand it. Because I've been burnt a lot of times and it's only made me smarter. It's only made me, yes, I have some trust issues, but it's for the better. And it teaches you a valuable lesson because the man she cheated on you with, you could be that guy in the future for another person, right? Like you're gonna be the guy that woman wants to cheat on their boyfriends with. And it's like a cycle. And think about it, you're doing the other guy a favor. Yeah, I fucked your girl, but listen, that happened to me and it made me stronger and now I'm the one doing it. So just wait till it's your turn. And that's how it is. Number 4, women like assholes. Do not ever be the nice guy.
Facts.
How many times do you see a couple, right? The guy's all over her. He's buying her flowers. He's telling her everything she wants to hear. Women are smart. They could see through all of that. There's no point in... I'm gonna give you an example. If you say, oh, I like this, my favorite ice cream is vanilla. And she goes, nah, mine is like strawberry. And then 3 seconds later you go, you know, actually that might be my favorite. It's actually really good. She's gonna be like, dude, like stand on your word. Like stop being so nice. Stop being so agreeable. And you could sometimes smell it on a guy where he's just like all on top of her. No, dude, stand on your ground. If a woman likes you, she likes you. And a woman will respect you more when you don't backtrack on any beliefs that you have.
This is why women love a funny asshole. You have to understand something. Women are never put in line, especially attractive ones, ever by anybody. They're walking princesses, all this internet validation from the Indians in the huts. You get it. They get a ton of validation. They never get put in line. So when you come across as a confident guy, but also a funny asshole that just like puts them in line, tells them what the fuck to do, they love it. They're like, finally a masculine man is not bowing down to me. Finally a guy can own his shit. Try it. If you want to learn how, click the link in bio.
Women love the asshole. The guy that is just confident within himself.
I'm telling y'all, these brothers are giving you, if you get nothing out of this video today, If you get nothing out of this video today, I hope you get a lot more, but guys, that's true. We're not saying jerks. We're not talking about emotional men. See, there's a difference between emotional men, jerks, and just assholes that won't let them get away with everything they want to get away with. Why they call you ass? Because I said no. See, jerks and emotional dudes will cuss them out. Fuck no, I said this. Assholes say no and look them right in the face when we said no. A lot of guys have never traveled and said no to a hot chick. Hell no, girl, go on somewhere with that. Assholes. And like the one guy said, the funny asshole that could crack a joke on a hot chick. Like, girl, you fine, but you got big feet. Some of y'all will never tell a hot chick that she got big feet. Me, I'm cracking big feet jokes. Asshole. There are books out there, Assholes Finish First. All you guys that are too nice, there are times where women want to know that you will say no to them. No, we're not going there. We're going here. We're not doing that. We're doing this. We're not going out. We're staying in. No, I'm not buying you a new iPhone 17. Even if you got the money. Some of you dudes have given money to women in other countries when all you had to say was no, she will still give you the coochie. I'm gonna say this again. Some of y'all done gave money to women in other countries. If you'd have said no, you'd have still got the coochie. Okay. Riddle me this, Batman. When you bought her the iPhone, or when you gave money to her in the name of her daughter or her mother, or you bought her a new outfit for the Bad Bunny concert in Medellin, was the coochie any juicier than before you gave her the iPhone? Was it any wetter? Was now that you gave her the iPhone, was it moisture? Did she squirt all over the wall? Was she quivering once you gave her the money for her daughter and her mother? Oh, so it was the same type of coochie. So you basically could have said no about the iPhone and you would have still got that same coochie that you got before she asked you for that. That's what I thought. You gotta have a hint of asshole in your arsenal, fellas. I know some of you guys are nice. That ain't my style. You know, I'm a cool, laid back dude. I know some laid back dudes that are assholes. I know some dudes that are not jerks. They're not rude. They're not this. See, a lot of times people think when you hear the term asshole, that means that we're rude with our mouths, we're loud, and we punch people in the face and stuff like that. That's not an asshole. Not in the realm of women. There are a lot of guys like me that are assholes to a certain extent. We are the most non-violent when it comes to women. It's you emotional motherfuckers that are the ones that women got to worry about. I'm gonna say that again. Women ain't never had to worry about assholes. They have to worry about you emotional dudes. You dudes that be, if she goes somewhere, if she does something, if you halfway feel like she about to leave you, your emotions kick in and you start putting your foot in her tail. You smacking her across the room. She light-skinned with a black eye. Even while we speak, is you emotional dudes that women got to worry about. Assholes give no fucks. I'm not about to fight you. I will leave you before I fight you. I will cut you off before I fight you. That's assholes. Assholes will cut a woman off in a New York. I don't care if we've been together for 10 years. assholes was hunch our shoulders, keep it pushing. You emotional dudes, you jerks. You're the ones that women be having to get a restraining order on. A woman ain't never had to get a restraining order on an asshole, ever. Why? We ain't around no more anyway. We been gone. We ain't moved. Assholes are not moved by tears. You emotional dudes, all she got to do is cry. What's wrong, baby? I'll do this. No, baby, we ain't got to do it. Assholes will look at her like, you might as well shed them or dry them tears up. We are not going out. But my ass. You better go. You might as well go in there and take a shower, girl. Them P. Diddy emotional dudes. Correct. AMF. Seriously, bro, there's a big difference between being a jerk, an idiot, emotional, and an asshole. You ain't moved. I don't care how fine she is. You ain't moved. I go to the gym, I don't look all thirsty. Oh my God, look, all these dimes in here. Man, I go in the gym for the weights. Do I notice the women? Yeah. Am I thirsty like that? Even if I was single, man, I ain't never been the thirsty dude in the gym, bro. I ain't never been that thirsty dude. Just ain't been my repertoire. Have I talked to women in the gym and, things like that? Yeah. But when I was in the States at LA Fitness, I never was thirsty. Why? I'm an asshole. I think everybody want me. Even if they don't. I think everybody can be replaced. I can be replaced. I can be replaced. Andre can find somebody other than me. If she comes one day and says, Andre, I don't want to be married to you anymore, it will be sad, but guess what? She can find somebody other than me, and I can find somebody other than her. And assholes acknowledge that. You emotional, mom? You ain't gonna never leave me. I wish you would be with another Americano. I wish you would leave me, girl. I'll chase you all up and down Thailand. You emotional dudes? Y'all the ones that get the restraining orders put on y'all. Y'all the ones that get locked up. Y'all the ones with the DMV. With the DV. Domestic issues on your record. That's y'all. You emotional dudes. You jerks. You idiots. Assholes? You ain't never seen an asshole get locked up. You ain't gonna never see us get a restraining order. Please. We file restraining orders. If anything, we got to file them, man. This crazy heifer still following me, bro. Man, go and call the police, file a restraining order on her. We file restraining orders. We don't get restraining orders put on us. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, bro. We can miss you from afar. Man, I miss her. But guess I got to let her go. We can miss you from afar. Assholes, man, shit. We can miss you just as much as the emotional dude. We can be in pain just as much as the emotional dude. But she'll never know. You'll never know. Seriously, man. You say that's where I work out at. Yeah, LA Fitness, man. Couple of cuties be in there. I'll be studying them. And they be looking at me like, you're studying me. Oh, baby boo. I ain't studying you. I'm trying to get my hour and a half in and get the hell out this gym. Trying to be bothered with you knucklehead females. Seriously. He said, I'm too laid back for sometimes. He said, but sometimes you gotta say no. For real. You got to say no. He said, be an asshole to keep a woman from getting too comfortable. True. Even when you marry, bro. Even when you marry. My wife does not want me to be soft and agree with everything. No. Hell no. Crazy. And I don't want her to agree with everything that I say. But I'm telling y'all, man, you emotional dudes, y'all doing it bass backwards. Y'all living this thing called life the hard way. I'm going to beat her into loving me and respecting me. Hey, please, I'm going to replace her. Why? Do you know how many women I will have by the time you even halfway get her to agree with you after beating on her? Okay. How many times have you beat on your woman and she just miraculously just changed into the woman that you always wanted? Oh, it ain't never happened? And it ain't gonna never happen. You can't beat no woman into being a woman that you want. She gonna end up being either she gonna be a monster and fight you back, or she gonna be so docile and scary. You be like, man, this is not what I would want. I don't want a scary woman, but I be seeing these Colombian dudes down here all emotional. Girl, I will use this machete on you if you ever leave me. I say, cause y'all ain't got no assholes down here. Colombian men in South America, Brazilian men, Peruvian men, emotional. These motherfuckers, emotional. They would delete. I'm deleting her. Cow. That's Colombia. These some if you going out on a girls' night, I'm going. Be the only dude there. 15 women having a girls' night, and he just be sitting there. Ain't nobody gonna see my baby without me. Emotional. I know plenty of times, man. Andre's asked me, how come I never seen you cry? What? I will cry for Jesus. But I ain't gonna just be crying to be shedding tears. These emotional ass Colombian dudes. They so used to men in South America shedding tears that when they see us, they think something wrong with us because we ain't crying like these South American dudes be crying. Latin dudes will shed amor mío. Mi amor. Like, what? What's this nigga crying? And they just eat it up. Me? Shit. Nah, I ain't about to do all that. I got to have a reason to be shedding tears. I mean, Jay Cool say, bro, Jay got the bomb number 9 up there. Shout out to Jay. He say, bruh, no lie. He said, the Latino man here, he said, be FaceTiming their woman at the gym. Bruh. I never understood that. If they woman go over to a Latin woman could go over to his family's house and he gonna blow the damn phone up. He gonna blow the phone up as if she's in them streets. And she could be over his family house visiting his mama. These Latin dudes, man, some emotional mom. And dude, I'm gonna tell you something. It don't end when they get older. These older Latin dudes here, their mom is just as emotional as the young ones. Don't think that all of a sudden it grows out of them. These dudes are ultra emotional. Ultra emotional. I be looking at these dudes like, dang, dude, it ain't that serious. You are the greatest thing ever under the sun. There's nothing. Man. I'll never leave him. He cries. He said, bro, I've seen Latin women who have been living in the States for 3 months who won't be working out and be FaceTiming with their man. You ain't never lied, bro. You are not lying. Only time I'm going to cry. He said, only time I'm going to cry is when I receive $1 million monthly payment from cloud IT work. Come on now. Only time worthy of tears. No tears for the second $1 million check or third. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, too old for that, man. Just be shedding tears to be shedding tears. He said, but you got to get these Latinos some credit. Crying in front of 3 side chicks and one day take some skills. And they will do it now. They will. You ain't got no money. You only make it $500 a month. You got 3 kids at home, a wife or a girlfriend, and you got 3 side chicks. Somebody gonna have to go get some tears. Somebody just gonna get some tears. I understand why they cry. Baby, you know I love you. How you gonna mess with our love? Not our love. What you mean you want your own man? I'm all the man that you need. So yeah, these Colombian dudes, man, these Latin dudes be having these women. Boo. She will be a Stepford wife. Shout out to Dre and the brothers. Yes, sir. Shout out to Ben Dixon in the building. Yes, sir. He said even Gary Coleman can be an asshole, slinging that knee in Belize, making ladies cry because he abandoning them. Betas are like, no, I'm going to be a better man, better than Gary Coleman. And that is sad. That is sad. So all you dudes that think that you ain't got to have a henna asshole, women don't want a jerk. They don't want someone that's violent or ultra emotional. But an asshole, these brothers are not lying. They are not lying at all. Let's get back to the video.
That energy radiates off of you and it makes the woman melt, especially when she like you.
It's why, like, you hear, like, women like assholes. Guys will say that, like, I'm nice guy. Women doesn't want a nice guy. And it's like, well, there are certain qualities that a, quote, asshole has.
Yeah, let's talk about those. Directness.
Yeah, not afraid of what other people think. Not scared to ask for what they want. Often,
which have nothing to do with being an asshole, but you're saying maybe statistically assholes carry this trait more than the good guy that can't blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
exactly, because the good guy is
more of those. I'm sorry.
scared of what. Okay, so directness, not scared of what other people think, oftentimes very confident, thinks they have a lot going for them. That's like could be like an asshole quality,
Right.
but is actually like something that is attractive.
Do women really like bad guys?
Fuck, man, I think about it sometimes and I'm like, my life would be so much easier if I just liked nice guys, right? If I liked guys who were honest, guys who were kind, generous, thoughtful man who's gonna bring me flowers or something. I don't know. You know, I liked guys who just went out of their way and thought about me. The bare minimum. If I just liked guys who gave me the bare minimum, that would be fucking awesome. But I am a little bit more below than that, right? I like liars. I do. I'm gonna admit it. I like men who are assholes. Men who are gonna treat me like shit. I do. I like men who are gonna go out of their way to make me jealous. And then they come back and I'm like, babe, why'd you do that? I like to feel something because I'm a pretty happy person, pretty peaceful person on my own. So when I have a guy come in and fuck up my life and make me feel something, I'm like, I love this. I love this. This is so shitty and great. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Okay, I didn't ask for this life. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me.
You ever been in love with an asshole? Like dead ass. An asshole. An asshole. 365. Can't ever get no peace. Just a straight ass asshole. And you really will square up with that motherfucker if he tries you. But nobody else could talk shit about that motherfucker because that's my asshole. Just me.
And that's why they love him so much. Because they like, that's mine. He's mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time. Yeah. That's how they feel, bro. So y'all, if y'all don't believe if I'm saying this, so y'all ain't gonna believe, y'all won't believe if the women saying this. Dave, I'm trying to give dudes the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to, hey Dave, I'm trying to figure that guys can grow into it. I'm trying to give guys the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they 32. And they ain't got that, that asshole gene. And so they kind of like learn. Some of us are like X-Men. You got that mutant gene. You say either you're born asshole or you become one over time. The game chooses you. This is true. Some of us are born with that mutant gene, that mutant DNA, and you just like that. You got a hint of sarcasm. Female be talking about, hold the door for me. You okay? Because you said it like that, as if it was an order. Better sit your ass down somewhere, woman. Yeah. My man said, preach, Dave. Shout out to Bobby Coltrane and the Coltrane family. He said, F it. He said, I'm an asshole. He said, I'm still a good, right. He said, but I curve all chicks in a minute, especially toxic chicks. Right. You don't have to be a bad person to be who we are. And that's the difference between the emotional dude, the jerk, the hater. Some dudes hate on their own woman. How can you love him? I do this, that. That's hating, bro. Stop hating. If she loves the dude that ain't no good, let her love the dude that ain't no good. But don't be hating on her and hating on him. You stupid for wanting to go back to him. Why you want to go back to him? Maybe she likes who he is because you're an emotional dude and you're being emotional in that moment. But I do this for you, but I do that for you. You're being emotional. Why you going back to him? He's an asshole. I can't stand him. If you dudes think that everything about me Andrea likes, you motherfuckers crazy. Andrea loves her husband. Everything about her husband she does not like. I do have traits that be making Andrea like, breathe, girl, breathe. I don't care. Listen, I do not. There are times when you got time for things, and there are times where you ain't got no time for things. And being ultra emotional, that is not a time. So yeah. He said, born an asshole. He said, pop out the coochie while straight in the strip club. Yeah, walk straight to the strip club. Get all the ladies to give you a lap dance, and demand ladies give you the money, which they do. And there you go. Who do you think you are? Dave said this. Shout out to Dave with the super chat. Dave said, oh, that's enough right there. I ain't got to read nothing else. He said, I'm Jamaican. You dudes are born with the DNA. He said, I was born into the asshole life. He said, I can't help it. He said, only problem is I don't know how to turn it off.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
As soon as I saw I'm Jamaican part, I already knew. Yes, sir. You dudes are infamous assholes. Infamous. You could care less. I ain't mad at you, brothers. He said, I grew up around men. He said, so I am a man who mean what he says and says what he means, which I learned that women call me an asshole. You're an ass. Maybe. So be it. You know, you just take it with a grain of salt and keep pushing it. And that's what pisses them off even more when you don't get off into that madness. I just sit up here and be like, rah, rah, rah. No, we ain't about to do all that, mama. We ain't about to do all that. Let's go back to the video. Let us go back.
Okay.
So for example, my ex, I used to like certain politicians and she didn't like them, but I wouldn't care. I'm like, all right. And it was to a point where she really hated this person and was willing to break up with me over my political beliefs. And I told her, all right, there's a door, you can go. Like, the hell? I could find another girl just as beautiful as you. Yeah, you love me, but she could love me too. The hell? You don't even suck dick that good. True story. But yeah, don't ever be the nice guy. There's no point And also scarcity is better. So when you're nice, sometimes, because you have to be nice, right? You can't be an asshole the whole time. But when you're nicer, sometimes it holds more value because you're not giving her that nice guy attention as much as like another guy would, right? So if you only tell her you love her maybe once a week, that's gonna hold more value than if you tell her 3 times a day. She's gonna appreciate that more. And especially with the phone calls, guys. Do not be calling her, texting her. She's supposed to be doing that to you. You're busy. You're out here dealing with the world. You're making money. Why are you calling a girl and telling her good morning? You have shit to do. And I'm getting really passionate about this because I've made the same mistake and I see a lot of guys going through it. Guys, do not put women first. You're gonna end up with no woman, no career, no money. Put your finances and your mission first. I'm telling you, you're not gonna regret it. Number 5, women do not care about money as much as you think. I've been to a lot of nightclubs. I've had sections. Yeah, I was that guy. I've had sections. I've had, women, like I've had experiences with women at nightclubs, and a lot of men will try to buy them a drink, sort of a reciprocity, kind of like, oh, if I give you a drink, maybe I'll get something in return. Dude, they're gonna drink what you gave them and go fuck the guy that looks good, doesn't care about what she thinks, and just doing him. Because when you lead with your wallet, that's already showing the girl, all right, I don't have anything else to offer. Like, and also you leading with your wallet, dude, you buying a $15 drink isn't impressive. Like, dude, it's $15. Like, yeah, it's a nice gesture, but at a nightclub, come on. Like, we all know why we're here. We're all trying to get laid. Girls are just trying to get attention, maybe get laid. But dude, there's no point in buying a girl a drink or leading with your wallet. What you do is you lead with silence. Don't give her that much attention. Sprinkle in attention here and there. Trick her mind. And again, this is not on purpose. When you're focused on your mission, on yourself, it just naturally comes out. You don't have time to text her all the time or buy her a bunch of shit. You don't have time. Like, it's not on purpose. It's just you generally don't have time. And she's gonna notice that and be like, damn. Then she's gonna start thinking about you, getting jealous, trying to fight for your attention, which keeps her mind occupied on you. And once you start tricking her mind, that's how she becomes obsessed.
After this video, there'll be no more debate about what physique or what women actually like.
Okay, so we talked about 5 things that women basically look for in men, whether we want to admit it or not. And this is globally. Now we're going to talk about physique. Now we're going to talk about what type of physique do women look for when they're looking at men, especially hot chicks. What type of dudes, what type of physique do the hot chicks normally go after? The chicks that we want to get with in DR, in Colombia. And you couldn't use money, and they don't know how good your sex game is yet, so you can't use sex because they haven't had sex with you. So what type of physique do women normally go for? We're about to hear from this brother who was a bouncer for many years, and his job was to stand there and watch people for hours, year in, year out. And this is what he noticed about women and what they look for in men on the physical side.
Okay, because I'm going to prove it to you guys, all right? So just to give you a little bit of a background story, man. Started bouncing when I was like 20, right? Bounced for several years. And I was heavily into fitness ever since I was 16, right? So ever since I was 16, I was heavily into fitness. But I was perma-bulking, which basically means I was just putting on weight for a bunch of years because I was naturally a skinny guy and I hated being skinny, right? So I started going to the gym at 16, started lifting weights, and I started just putting on a bunch of weight, right? Ended up going from 165 all the way to 240 to 250 after like 5 years of lifting, right? So I was pretty big, pretty muscular. And every night I would work, bro. I would get occasionally, you know what I'm saying, some women coming up to me for sure. But I would always realize that these women were like the single moms. We're talking about like the thick women, you know what I'm saying? Like the thick, the older women, the women that were direct and aggressive. You know, the truth is when they would see a big guy like me, 6'2", 6'3", that was about like 240, 250 with a beard, they'd be like, yeah, this guy's going to blow my back out. I want to get destroyed, right? But truth be told, bro, like these really weren't the women that I was attracted to. You know what I'm saying? At the time.
So he's saying when he was lifting weights, and I've heard this before with dudes that lift and get super big, they attract the baby mamas, the thick chicks, the big girls. It is very common in the United States over the last few years that you would see a dude that spends a lot of time in the gym, but if you go to his crib or meet his girl, she's a big girl. That's a very common thing in the United States. Big girls with the muscle-bound dude or with the super skinny dude.
When I was around 21, I was attracted to the slimmer chicks, the more petite chicks, for more delicate looking women. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, bro, a lot of those women would never come up to me at all. I would never get choosing signals from them, right? And I started to realize, like, damn, bro, only guys compliment me, right? Because I'd get guys coming up to me telling me I look big and I look muscular. And I was telling myself, like, bro, I'm in a...
So now he said, you know, from the other dudes in the gym or dudes walking down the street, I see your work, brother. You know, your fitness. Hey, because men looking at him from the fitness perspective, and they like, hey, I see you getting your workout in, man. What's your protein? What's your creatine? Well, you know, how many reps do you get in a day? What's your workout routine? So a lot of times dudes compliment another dude to find out what his routine is. My brother Jay Casey said, yeah, he telling facts. He said, I'm working on being slim, strong, Hulk. Right. That's a good way of putting it.
Fitness, I take care of myself, right? I take care of myself. And for some reason, I'm only pulling like single moms and like older women. You know what I'm saying? But like chicks don't really like muscle, right? And that's when you guys are going to hear guys talking about, oh, chicks don't care about muscle and all this shit. Yeah, I'm going to explain that later, right? Now, the story takes a drastic turn. It takes a drastic turn because when I was like 22, right? When I was like 22, I went through one of my first heartbreaks, right? While I was working as a bouncer still. And that prompted me to get lean for the first time in my life. Because for the first time in my life, I had never had abs. I had never seen my abs. I had never been lean before. I had always been bulking. And I had always had that bulky look, that muscular look, that strong look. So after that heartbreak, it prompted me to hire a coach, right? I was literally paying this coach $160 a week.
I see the difference between the brother that was on the screen who was 240. I'll bring that back.
Get lean for the first time in my life. Because for the first time in my life, I had never had abs. I had never seen my abs. I had never been lean before. I had always been bulking. And I had always had that bulky look, that muscular look, that strong look. So after that heartbreak, it prompted me to hire a coach, right? I was literally paying this coach $160 a week at the time.
Women are not looking for men that are super muscle bound. Women aren't looking for skinny men. Women are looking for men that are on average between 10 to 15% body fat. If you can get down to that 10 to 15% realm, that's when a lot of attractive women will come your way that will amaze you. He said, I always stay around 180. How tall are you? Let me know how tall you are. Shout to Flicky in the building. You have to work out is the key.
Time, which is pretty expensive. But I knew that he was going to get me right. I knew that he was going to get me in shape. And I wanted to be in shape. I wanted to be my best self, obviously, because I had gone after a heartbreak. And my confidence.
Now look at my man. Big boy.
This was fucked up. So I knew that I had to look my best self.
6 feet.
You know what I'm saying? To be able to put myself.
See what I'm saying? That big brother we just saw a second ago, all he had to do was get himself between 10 to 15. He didn't have to bulk up and look at what he looks like right now. Yeah. Yep. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to the 6-footers.
Out there and give myself the best possible chance to level up, right? So I started the cut at 250, right? 250 pounds. At the end of my cut, I was down to 195. I had people working with me that were telling me, bro, do you still work out? What's going on, bro? You look like you just gave up on a gym.
It's the same big brother, and all it took like 6 to 9 months to get down. There's a difference between working out as a, for fitness competitions and trying to be Mr. Cut Up. There's another thing where you just trying to get your body down to between 10 to 15% body fat. All these guys that I'm showing you right now on the screen are men that went down to 10 to 15% body fat. None of these dudes look like they're about to get on stage. Sometimes we as men think if I don't have it looking bulky, then that's not what the women want. Actually, statistics show women are more attracted to men that are between 10 to 15% body fat. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, we all are. All us dudes that need to go ahead and drop off a good 20, 30, 40 pounds working on it.
I used to lift, and meanwhile, I was paying $160 a week for training, for diet, for nutrition coaching. And everybody who used to work with me was telling me, yo, bro, do you still lift? Think about the psychological effects that had on me. I started doubting myself, right? I started doubting the process, right? But that's why it's important to have a coach, right? The coach
looks like a completely different human being at 10 to 15% body fat. There is a human being inside the spirit of all of us that people have never met. I'll bring that back. Let you see what the brother looked like before.
For diet, for nutrition coaching. And everybody who used to work with me was telling me, yo, bro, do you still
look at this? Look at this.
Lift? Think about the psychological effect.
Look at his face. Look at his beard. Look at the roundness of his face. I'm serious, man. I'm not coming at the brother. I'm letting you know that if you in 2026 start to really get disciplined for at least the first 6 months to 9 months of the year, there's an unrecognizable person that's going to show up.
That had on me. I started doubting myself, right? I started doubting the process, right? But
tell me he looks the same. We can see from his facial structure, even his beard looks different. Even the brother's beard looks different. Even though it looks like he's cut it, like he's had it before, like he had it before. All it took was getting down to 10 to 15. It didn't take him to get down to 0 body fat. All it took was him just saying, I'm gonna get down to 10 to 15% body fat.
that's why it's important to have a coach, right? The coach would tell me, bro, don't listen to these people. Just keep going, because
another big boy.
We need to get that fat off you. We need to get you lean, right? So I had to lose way more weight than I initially thought. And I'm 6'2", 6'3". So I went from 240 down to 195. All right. Now pay attention, because this is when the story starts taking a turn. When I started losing like around 30 pounds,
now let's backtrack to what he said earlier. He said as he got himself a trainer, as he started losing the weight, men asked him, bruh, you still going to the gym? Because it looked like you shrinking. His trainer told him, don't listen to men. Men, you know, we see each other the best that we think that bulking is what's attractive to women. That's in our minds. We believe that in our minds. That's not necessarily what most women, we're talking about most women. When we travel, I don't care about what some women want. I'm talking about what most women look at and see attractive. And what most women see attractive is 10 to 15% body fat. If you get under 10, so be it. My size 6'3". My goal, 205 to 210. 205 to 210 by October. I can do it way before then, but that's my goal. I've done it before, so it's not something that's foreign. But I'm really starting to study the severity of my size. It's cool to have that big teddy bear look, but when you don't see yourself as attractive as you know that you can be, and notice I'm married, I'm not trying to be attractive for other women. I'm trying to be attractive for me and my wife. I want my, like I always say, what's my motto when it comes to being an older man with a younger woman? Just because you're as old as their father doesn't mean you need to look like their father. Just because you're as old as their father does not mean that you need to look like their father. Get that weight off, fellas. Some of us have been traveling and we've been drinking and eating and going from country to country, drinking, eating, and partying, and we put on weight. Okay, if you think I'm lying, how many of y'all was around when my brother Ace Live was slim? Last time I saw Ace, I put out a pen. He remembers this. I put out a pen. He said, "What's that for?" I said, "I'm about to finish. I'm about to write down my Christmas gift. My Christmas list." He started laughing. I said, "Nah, bro." I said, you got the audacity to be built like Santa Claus. I might as well ask for my Christmas gifts right now. I say, man, next time they throw a harpoon, you need to duck. Ace has been traveling, and this is not a put down on my brother. Ace has been traveling so much and eating foods from different countries and drinking and partying and showing you guys the nightlife and then going to this, that he hasn't had a chance to really focus on his health as he should. So it is with many of us. Let's be honest. It's time. And there is no age factor that says you can, that's the one thing that I keep coming across as I'm studying this men's health, that the one thing about the human body, it will automatically kick in whenever you're ready. So to use the age, well, I'm 58, dog. I'm too old. It is what it is. That's not true. That's not true. The human body is set up whenever you are ready, it's ready. So you can start tonight or tomorrow morning drinking water and being healthier and eating your vitamins and minerals and starting to have more green leafy foods and colorful foods like bell peppers and everything in your diet. Or you can wait till 3 years from now and your body still will be ready for you to get healthier. I didn't say just get healthy. I say healthier. I'm healthy. Me and Andre are always getting checkups. So as far as for my age, I am very healthy, but I can get healthier, more energetic. Right? So the goal is between 10 to 15%. By the way, my Uncle Jeffrey already did it. Jeffrey started coming to Colombia, kid you not. He and I were the same size, same round head, everything. Jeffrey literally went from 240 like I am. And in 6 months, he went to 210. And now Jeffrey, if I'm not mistaken, he's like 187, and we're the same height, 6'3". And I was walking with Andre. Me and Andre go out walks every other day, right? And I was telling Andre today, I notice how Colombian women look at my uncle compared to how I noticed that they looked at him before. And Jeffrey's not an unattractive brother, right? He's one of them cool, smooth brothers, right? That women just love anyway. But I can still tell how women kind of like stop now to look at this brother compared before they would just give him a quick glance. Some of us don't want to admit that one of the reasons that you still paying for coochie because you a big boy. Ain't nobody doing no second glance at your big, right? I don't care how long you've been in Thailand. Ain't nobody second glancing you. Nobody said you got to look like you 22. That's another thing. That's another myth about getting healthier. We assume that, oh, you must want me to look younger. Well, what comes along with getting healthier is looking younger, but that's not the point. You're not trying to look young for women. I'm going to lose my weight, right? Get healthier. I'm not about to dye my gray, right? So I'm not about to walk around here looking like, yeah, look at me. I'm a youngie now. No. If I shave it back down again, because that's what I want to do. But I'm not trying to run around looking like a youngie. But I do want to be more healthier. And since I saw Jeffrey do it in under a year, I'm like, okay, 2026, let's do this, Dre. Your birthday is October. Let's see if you can get you down to 15%, 10 to 15% body weight by your birthday. That'll be a nice little gift for you. Health is wealth. We can't, the reason why I'm doing this episode for men, we can't as men automatically assume everywhere we go, we got to test somebody off. That's for some of us, not for all of us. There are men that have taken care of their health, and the women in these other countries are attracted to you because of it. Not because you're young, but because you're taking care of your health. And if you think taking care of your health is walking around bulky, that's not true, according to what women are attracted to. Women are mostly attracted to men between 10 to 15% of body fat. Well, Andre, how will I know? All you got to do is just go on Amazon or go to a health food spot and get you one of those calculators, one of those things that kind of like pinch your fat. All you got to do is get you one of those calculators, and it just pinch your fat, and it'll show you what percentage is your fat. You pinch under your arm, you pinch on your side, and I forgot the third part where you pinch. But it lets you know what percentage of body fat that you have. I just ordered myself one because I'm serious about this. If I've done it before, I'll do it again. On some episodes you guys are going to see in the future, I saw a white dude, Instagrammer. He's very cool dude, right? And he does his Instagrams in his suit on a treadmill. And I was like, that's a good idea. And it wasn't on one of those on those walking treadmills. And he had it going real slow, and he would be walking, and he was a groomer. He was a tailor. And so he would tell you about this type of cut of suit. He would tell you about this particular way of doing your tie. He would talk about colognes while he was walking on his treadmill. And he had it going slow. And I started looking up treadmills, and my desk raises up. Some of you guys have seen my desk raise up. I was like, so I'm going to start doing more raised up stand-up episodes. And I'm going to start, I said, once I get that treadmill put up under here, I said, dude's going to see me just walking slowly, getting it off. Your job is not to have your physique attract big women, baby mamas, and dudes compliments. That's not our goal in any country. Your goal is to attract the women that you initially like. Now, if you like big women and baby mamas, that's cool. But if you like, I want that hot chick, and if the hot chick is saying, I'm only interested in glancing at men between 10 to 15% body fat, then get down there. Zeta says this. Zeta said, I had an Asian woman in an Asian country approach me while I'd be walking, and they look at my toned up body, and like they were mesmerized. One even touched my back or touched my pecs, prioritize your health. Thank you for those words of encouragement. Absolutely correct. Fasting is a must. I do at least 2 watermelon fasts a month. Intermittent fasting, meaning that you tell yourself, I'm done eating at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I'm not going to eat again until 8 o'clock the next morning. That's very important as well. Water fasts, drinking water. Cleanse your system. I was watching a video today of Dr. Bobby Price, the brother. And Bobby Price was talking about the average person is walking around with 20 pounds of undigested food. The average person. Cool brother. If you get a chance to watch his YouTube channel, Dr. Bobby Price. Cool dude. He said that discipline hits different and feels great, and it changes your mindset. That's another thing, and builds you physically and mentally. That's so true. Ben says, gotta sneeze. Okay, I'm good. He said, yes, this is a fact. He said, I'm 6 feet, 185. He said that goes down sometime to 179, 180. He said that's also in my 50s. So it's never too late. And try to stay slim, hopefully, as I get older from a healthy elderly years. Remember we talked about this the other day, yesterday, when we were talking about women in the nursing homes? For you guys that missed that episode yesterday, we looked up the stats. About 70% of all nursing homes in the United States are women. Here's one of the reasons why. They said, because women's bodies tear down before men's. Men do pass on 5 years ahead of women on average. But when it comes to the body shutting itself down and a person just walking old and just ain't got the energy anymore, women's bodies begin the shutdown process years before men's bodies. That's one of the main reasons they said why there's 70% of women in the nursing homes, because they need that constant care that sometimes you can't get while you're at home when the rest of your family members are still working. And if they're a single woman their whole lives and now they're 70 or 65 and they don't have a man to be with them to take care of them. Take care of your bodies, guys. Your body is set up to last longer than women's. I'll say that again. Sad, but true. Your body is set up to last longer than most women around the world. So treat it as such. And I don't care if you're in your 60s, treat it as such. Let's go back to the video.
Got to around 220. I started to realize the shift in the type of women and how many women I was attracting. Whereas before I would only attract like the single mom, the older women. When I got down to like 220, 215, I started to realize that I had the younger girls coming up to me. I started to realize that the more slim, more delicate looking women were smiling at me. They were coming after me, right? And I started to build that confidence, right? But I started to realize like, wow, like I was really out of shape. My face was really bloated. My stomach was really fat. And so I started to realize the physique that women actually find attractive, bro, is not the big and muscular physique no, bro. You have to get lean. You have to get 15% body fat or below. Because you see what happens is my face was bloated as fuck. My face was bloated as fuck. Even more bloated than what it is now, because I am bulking right now, right? But it was even more bloated than what it is now. So my face was super bloated. I had no like silhouette to my physique, right? I was big and thick, but that's not what women are actually attracted to. You see, when you get down to 15% body fat and your face starts to get chiseled, your face starts to get defined, your body starts to have a better silhouette.
See the difference? I'm going to run that back again. You see the difference?
More bloated than what it is now. So my face was super bloated. I had no like silhouette to my physique, right? I was big and thick, but that's not what women are actually attracted to. You see, when you get down to 15% body fat and your face starts to get chiseled, your face starts...
Many of us get off the plane like this, and you gotta reach in your wallet to pay for coochie. I'm gonna say this again. Many of us get off the planes looking like this, and you gotta pay for coochie. Yeah, there are a few ladies that love the big teddy bears. They want a big boy, a big teddy bear. There are a few out there, that's true. But the average woman that you guys really want around the world, they're not looking for 24% body fat.
To get defined, your body starts to have a better.
Looks like he just lost 10 years, doesn't it? Looks like he just lost 10 years just by getting down to not 5% body fat, not 1%. Nobody's asked you to do that. You're not a fitness competitor person. But the average woman, and I'm going to keep harping on this, the average woman, that's the hot chicks that you guys see in the club, they are attracted to 10 to 15% body fat. In Medellin, in Morocco, in Madagascar, in Michigan. Doesn't matter. You got to get it down, fellas. We got to get it down.
Silhouette when you wear clothes, you start to look leaner and slimmer, right?
All these guys I'm showing you right now on screen are 15%ers. So you can still feel muscular, but still feel slimmer.
This is the physique that women find most attractive. And I started attracting all kinds of women, from 18 to 20 to 25 to 30, the older women, the younger women, the thick women, the slim women, the model looking women, the delicate looking women. I started attracting all these chicks, right? And then when I got down to like 210, 205, 200, and I was looking skinny to all the other guys.
Can I say something that some of you guys haven't thought about? I'm going to be honest with you. You ever notice when white boys get with the sisters, they always be with our baddies? Every once in a while, you see a white dude with a regular sister or a big girl, but that's because he a big boy, right? But let's be honest, and I want to be honest for real. Let's be real. Let's not play. Usually, when you see the white boy, he be with the chocolate baddie. Am I lying? Any country I see them white boys in, they be with some baddies. The Asian baddies, the Latin baddies, the sister baddies. You know why? Because a lot of white boys are under or right in that realm, let's be honest, 10 to 15% body fat. It ain't, a lot of times it ain't because he a white dude. It's because a lot of us brothers are bigger. What turns on the sisters and the Asian chicks normally ain't our size. I know we're bulked to fight, to survive. I got you, brothers. We'll tear something up in the club. I got you. Hot chicks ain't looking for somebody to tear something up in the club. They looking for somebody that can tear something up between their legs, right? Black men many times are built to tear something up in the club. White dudes are built quite often to tear something up between her legs. That's why we used to sit back and think about it. We used to often say, man, she just with him like that because he white. Well, the statistics show one of the reasons she with him is because he's between 10 and 15% body fat. Most white dudes ain't our size. So if you wonder why all the time you see white dudes, and when you see them most of the time, like I say, it's either those one or two offs that don't be with a hot sister, but most of the time when you see a white dude, if he gonna put something into a sister and have him in her life, she gonna be a baddie. Why? Money? You got money. Cause he white? To a certain extent, yeah. But the human biological sense throughout human history is women are not as attracted to us 240 dudes, 250 dudes, 300 dudes as they are to the guys that are 210, 180, 185, depending on their height. In other words, 10 to 15% body fat. Just if you just set that as one of your goals, don't worry about how much you weigh. Don't worry about that. Get you the calculator, that little clamp that you can put on your arm and clamp and let you see what your percentage is. Get that. Having a scale is cool, but you want to be able to clamp on the side of your hip and see how much body fat you have in front of your stomach. How much fat do you have? You want to measure that. And once that barometer gets down to where when it clamps down is down here and you're in the 10% realm or 15% realm or 12% realm, watch the type of women that are attracted to you in all these countries. And now watch how much money you're going to find yourself keeping in your pocket because you ain't paying for play. And you ain't taking them to these expensive restaurants. And watch how many want to be your boo compared to just want to be your boo because you spend money, big boy. Some of you big brothers, and I'm in that family, the only reason the women with y'all, because y'all spending that paper. If you think I'm lying, take 2026 and get down to 15%. If I'm lying. If I'm lying, I dare you. Go ahead. Prove me wrong. Because I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it. So you can either, let's put it like this. My birthday is in October. October gonna come whether I do it or not, right? Whether I go ahead and be serious or not, it's gonna come, right? So I might as well be serious and get this weight off me. I don't like it. Some of y'all big boys, you don't like it. I was always the dude that was always like 180, 185, 200. My whole life I was like that. I've only been this size for maybe 4 years, 5 years at the most. I didn't come down to Colombia this size. I came down to Colombia like 215, 220. So if you ever wondered this was my normal size, no, dude, most of my photos, I'm smaller than this, dude. So since it's only been like a 4 or 5 year run of me being a big boy, let me get back to who I was and who I am anyway. Absolutely correct, Zeta. He said, I can't help but the bulky. He said, but be bulky. He said, I can't help but be bulky hanging with bodybuilders. That's a good point. That's a real good point. He said, another thing, being too bulky isn't good for your heart. Fellas, slim and lean is healthy. And a lot of us who haven't seen ourselves slim and lean in years, we think that they were going to be looking sickly. And this brother who's on the video just said, he said, listen, guys, I'm telling you, my boys in the gym was telling me I'm getting too slim. What's wrong with you? You're not working out anymore. What's wrong? He said, I am working out. He said, my trainer told me, don't listen to these men. You notice how I said that? The trainer said, don't listen to men. And since he stopped listening to men, he started getting his weight down. Now he said, I'm bulked back up. So that's why he's bulked back up on this video. He said he did it on purpose because he's going back into the not bodybuilding, but being a bouncer. But when he lost weight, he started getting all the hot chicks.
Single mom, the older women, when I got down to like 220, 215, I started to realize that I had the younger girls coming up to me. I started to realize that the more slim, more delicate looking women were smiling at me. They were coming after me, right? And I started to build that confidence, right? But I started to realize like, wow, like I was really out of shape. My face was really bloated. My stomach was really fat. And so I started to realize the physique that women actually find attractive, bro, is not the big and muscular physique no, bro. You have to get lean. You have to get 15% body fat or below. Because you see what happens is my face was bloated as fuck. My face was bloated as fuck. Even more bloated than what it is now, because I am bulking right now, right? But it was even more bloated than what it is now. So my face was super bloated. I had no like silhouette to my physique, right? I was big and thick, but that's not what women are actually attracted to. You see, when you get down to 15% body fat and your face starts to get chiseled, your face starts to get defined, your body starts to have a better silhouette when you wear clothes, you start to look leaner and slimmer, right? This is the physique that women find most attractive. And I started attracting all kinds of women, from 18 to 20 to 25 to 30, the older women, the younger women, the thick women, the slim women, the model looking women, the delicate looking women. I started attracting all these chicks, right? And then when I got down to like 210, 205, 200, and I was looking skinny to all the other guys and everybody else, the women were all fucking over me, bro.
You heard what he said? When he was looking skinny to the guys, but the women were all over him. That's many of you guys go globally. You don't care what guys have to say. You care what the ladies have to say.
All over me. And mind you, I did have my abs in. I was shredded. I did have my veins popping out, right? But this is what women actually find attractive. I have so many guys who try to say, oh, I'm just trying to get big, and women don't care about muscle. Yeah, they don't care about muscle because you're fucking fat. You see, the truth is, when I was bulking and I was big and strong and muscular, I wasn't tracking my calories. I wasn't tracking my diet. I was just eating big to get big and just putting on weight. Bro, if you guys actually want to attract women, women don't give a damn about that, bro. Women will start becoming attracted to the guy who's 15% body fat or below. Why do I always say 15? Because that's when you start to see your abs, your face bloat goes down. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going to put up a picture of the client, Edwin, that I interviewed on here, his before and after. And he's telling me, bro, these women are...
All right, one of his clients. Tell me that dude don't look younger, looks better. His beard looks healthier. Come on now. Some of us got the full face that's on the left. It's January 2026. There's still enough time. And I'm not talking about some New Year's resolution type of stuff. We'll leave the resolution to the resolutionists. But I'm talking about a lifestyle change. The other person, just like in these photos. We spend enough time being the big boys. Shout out to the big boys. I'm going to let y'all have that. I gave it a nice run. I gave being a big boy a 4-year run. I'm going to say this again. I gave being a big dude the 4 to 5 year run. After being the big dude for 4 to 5 years, I'm going to tell you this something. It ain't me. Being this big ain't me. Having this big watermelon head, this ain't me, bro. Having energy spikes up and then go down, this ain't me, bro. Not having my sleep rhythm off, this ain't me. I'm gonna let y'all have a big boyness. Shout out to us. Y'all might as well sit back and say, hey, Dre, we gonna love you. We miss you, bro. We gonna miss you when you gone. You know, we understand that you don't want to be a big no boy no more. I got you. I understand. I saw my uncle's visa when he or Colombian, not visa, but his identification when he first started coming to Colombia. Then I looked at his new photo when he finally got down to 10 to 15% body fat. I'm gonna let y'all know goodbye. I love you, big brothers. I love you. Y'all can have the big boy. I'm passing my big boy baton over to y'all, bro. Y'all can have it. I kid you not, I don't like it. And some of y'all don't want to admit that, but I stand in front of the mirror and I'll be looking like I don't like this. I'm gonna tell you, I'm the first one to tell you, I will stand my ass in front of that mirror and be like, nah, this ain't me, bro. I ain't never been never in my life I've been known as the big dude. Never. I spent 10 years in the feds but no more than 200 pounds, and that was lifting. I've never been the big dude. When I got to Florida, I'm always in the gym, 6 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, every day, faithfully. I'm doing obstacle course runs and races. I'm jogging and running everywhere, going for my walks. I'm doing all that. I started all that when I came to Colombia, fell off, walked into the realm of the big boys. I walked into the wrong barnyard. It became a big boy, but because I still got a little bit of looks and I'm married, hey, you ain't got to do nothing. No, you really need to take care of yourself now, Dre, because you plan on really stepping up with the family, want to have some shorties. And I'm not trying to have my chest bust open. And we all gonna die one day, but not because of self-destructive eating and self-destructive dieting. I want to say this again. We are all gonna pass on one day, but I am not gonna die as a guy because of self-destructive eating habits and self-destructive dieting, not drinking water, not fasting when I need to, not cleansing out my system, not eating Greek yogurts instead of ice cream. Dude, we're going to die of something, but self-destruction is not what I'm going to die of. I'm going to die, but not from self-destruction. Nobody will never say Andre put too much pressure on his heart because he wanted to be a big boy. So I'm done. Y'all can have it. Late night eating, all that, y'all can have it. All you big dudes, enjoy yourself for me. In the words of the Jackson 5, enjoy yourself for me. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself for me. I want my shirts to fit well. I want to get back down to an X. I want to get back down to an X. I want to get back past from when where I'm at like a 40, 42 in the waist. I'm trying to get back down to 36. Damn near 35, 34. Been like that my whole life. Now I'm all the way up here in the 40s, 41s. This ain't my world. This is not my world. So for all you big boys, you love being big boys, y'all can have it. I didn't see the fun in it. I don't see the enjoyment in it. Have fun because you got a few dollars to throw at women so I don't have to lose weight. Might as well throw some of that money in a gym membership and a trainer. You'll come to Colombia for a gym. You'll come to Colombia and buy all the coochie you want for 6 months, but you won't come to Colombia for 6 months and go ahead, get you a gym membership and go ahead and lose that weight. With all that money in your pocket, you could buy you a trainer. And by the time you leave Colombia with all this healthy food down here, you can be at your 10 to 15% body weight. But what do? You'll come down here because you got money in your pocket as a fat ass and still keep doing it. In 2027, 2028, as for Dre, I'm done. Y'all can have this, man. This ain't for me. This ain't my world. I try to pretend for 4 years like it is. No, it ain't. Having a gut ain't my world. I ain't never had a gut a day in my life. This gut, this ain't me. A full round. I'm known for my cheekbones, bruh. Known for my cheekbones. Always had good cheekbones. I got them from my daddy. Now I got this round face. No, man. My face look like medication. My face built like an aspirin. I look like a vitamin. My head is shaped like a vitamin. No, bruh. No. Nah, bruh. This ain't me. This ain't me at all. I slip on my shoes sometimes. I could tell a difference. Come on, let's talk big boy talk. I could tell a difference between how my shoes fitting. I ain't never do. I've been the same size 12s my whole life. Since I was a teenager. Because my feet are larger now. Now I gotta wear size 13s to give my big ass feet some more room. Let's talk big boy. Let's talk big boy. I'm looking in the mirror. I go like this. I'm seeing loose. What's all this? What's all this loose skin? Big boy. Let's talk big boy. Let's talk big boy. Since big boy is supposed to be all that, let's talk big boy. I can't stand it. This ain't my world. All you big dudes have been big since y'all was like 15. You know, you play football, you play offensive line, and you can still be a big boy and walk through life. And some of you big boys, y'all got y'all girlfriend, you got you a wife or something, and you think because she accepts you for who you are, you supposed to be accepted. So be it. If your wife or your girlfriend accept you for being a big boy, so be it. As for me in my house, like Moses said, we shall serve the Lord. I am done with this big boy bullshit. This is not, I got this big vitamin head, man. Looking like a big ass multivitamin. I'm sitting up here looking like a big multivitamin in the head. You look at me, you wouldn't think Colombian food was healthy. Andre went to Colombia and he put on 30 pounds. Oh, we talking about how healthy Colombian food is. Seriously, man, this ain't me. Hell no, man. Never been a big dude. Man, let's continue on with the video.
Just fucking 30 DMs. These women won't leave me alone, right? Just look at his face before and after, right? Being lean allows you to improve your facial look. It allows you to improve your silhouette, your body, you know what I'm saying? And your presence, right? To the point where women just have to glance at you. You pass the glance test. What's the glance test? The glance test is that a woman has to glance for 2 to 3 seconds, and she kind of has to be able to tell that you got your shit together. If your face is nice and chiseled, you're at a good body fat percentage, that's 80% of the glance test already passed. You passed the test, right? And so when I got down lean for the first time in my life, I started to finally reap the benefits of what everybody talks about when they say women like muscles. No, women don't like muscles. They like a lean and muscular physique. A lean and muscular physique. That's why I tell guys all the time, bro, you guys that are trying to put on weight and size and all this shit and get to fucking 250 big, women don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm bulking, but I understand that if I actually wanted to be on demon time, all I have to do is cut down to 200 or 195, right? Because I'm around 210 right now. I'm bulking. And my face is a little bloated. But all I got to do is...
See what I'm saying? Let me show you guys something real quick. Let me show you gentlemen something real quick. We almost finished with the video. Screen share. Photos. I had one point in time put on weight when I first got to Tampa. That's what you see in the background, that big St. Petersburg beach. I put on weight. I said, this big boy world is not for me. And I lost the weight. I threw that weight off. I said, hell, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. So when I tell y'all this big boy world ain't for me, it ain't for me. The one other time that I ever put on weight, I said, nah, this ain't me, bruh. This ain't me. When I first got to Tampa, I'm just eating all that Southern food and just enjoying myself, and I just blew up and didn't even know what the hell was going on. And I said, no, I'm not walking in this world. And you can see the difference. And this was like 9 months later. I was doing P90X at that time period. Same dude, same nose. Shout out to me and Tiger Blood in the building. Missed you, brother. Glad to see you back. Right, look younger too. I was probably 47 at this time period. The second time at that first photo, I was like 285. I got myself down to like 220 in the second photo. Right now, the person y'all see now on camera is the biggest that I've been since that photo. I'm not 285 again, but this 240, this is too much for me, bro. It's too much for me. This too much for me. I can't live in this big boy world. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have this big boy world. Yep, I'm back. I'm back to two-a-days. Back to my wonderful two-a-days. Yeah, he said I'm not smiling. That, you know what that smile not smiling is, because you know when I was living in the States, we don't know how to smile on photos in the States. So I hadn't been traveling quite yet. I had to learn how to smile. It's kind of funny. I was smiling more in the big boy picture. He said, I used to do Bowflex. He said it was my first experience of using your abdominal or omnidextrous muscles. He said, and it leaned me quick. I'm doing kettlebells right now. And those kettlebells are a beast. Yeah. Yeah, Ronan. Ronan said he on his kettlebells too. Yeah, I love them kettlebells. I won't even lie. I love them. And I use the Stairmaster at the gym. Absolutely correct, for 30 minutes. Absolutely correct. You have not lied. That's a kid. Really? When I go to the gym, I'm not lifting anymore. I'm not saying that I won't lift, but as for right now, I'm mainly Stairmaster, making sure I do my stretches, I do yoga, and I'm kettlebell. The cool part about kettlebells, I can walk into the gym anytime and I ain't got to worry about somebody using the equipment. Nobody touches the kettlebells. You only use the kettlebells, and if you know what you're doing, of course, water, Kofa. Yes, sir. Definitely. I'm not now. That is one thing, I'm always drinking water. So I don't have to worry about that part. I'm drinking water. Me and Andre drink water all day long. We've always been like that for years. So that's a good thing. Bobby says, I do kettlebells also, but another thing that helps the archery is the Bowflex. Was based on it. It works muscles that you never use, like swimming. Andre and I do swimming too. We got a swimming pool downstairs, or while the kids are at school, we're in the pool. And you're right, you're working muscles that you have never thought about. And I have been considering the Tai Chi. Yes, sir. I'm glad that you mentioned that. I have been considering getting paying for one of those Tai Chi courses and get started with the Tai Chi. Absolutely correct. I want to do something that's outside of the box. So if I stick with the yoga, the kettlebells, the cardio, like the stair steppers and things like that, and the Tai Chi, because I like exercises that also focus on the mental, the meditation side, like yoga, like Tai Chi, like kettlebell. Kettlebell is not weightlifting. If you ever do kettlebell, you know that your mind has to be into it just as much as your body is into it. Yes, sir. T-Mac said, he said Tai Chi is very good. He said, I did yoga. He said, I did Yang style Tai Chi for many years. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. Yes, sir. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and focus and get back to who I am. Yeah, a lot of dudes are not, with men, absolutely correct. Men do underestimate Pilates. That's how Steve Harvey lost like 40 pounds at one point in time doing Pilates. That's true. Let's get back to the video, guys. We're going to finish this up. Let's get back to the video. We're on the end part. Let me bring the video back up.
200 pounds. I'm 6'2", 6'3". And that's the recipe to become a fucking, right? To the point where women just have to glance at 15, because that's when you start to see your abs, your face bloat goes down. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going to put up a picture of the client, Edwin, that I interviewed on here, his before and after. And he's telling me, bro, these women are just fucking 30 DMs. These women won't leave me alone, right? Just look at his face before and after, right? Being lean allows you to improve.
Look at this one brother right here. Check it out.
Improve your facial look. It allows you to improve your silhouette, your body, you know what I'm saying? And your presence.
Completely different facial structure.
Right? To the point where women just have to glance at you.
In other words, you ain't ugly. You just fat.
You passed the glance test. What's the glance?
6'3", 50% body fat. He is not skins and bones. And he's at 15% body fat at my height.
Glance test. The glance test is that a woman has to glance for 2 to 3 seconds, and she kind of has to be.
Is another 15% body fat. I just want you guys to see what it looks like.
Able to tell that you got your shit together. If your face is nice and chiseled, you're at a good body fat percentage. That's 80% of the glance test already passed. You passed the test, right? And so when I got down lean for the first time in my life, I started to finally reap the benefits of what everybody talks about when they say women like muscles. No, women don't like muscles. They like a lean and muscular physique. A lean and muscular physique. That's why I tell guys all the time, bro, you guys that are trying to put on weight and size and all this shit and get to fucking 250 big, women don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm bulking, but I understand that if I actually wanted to attract women, if I actually wanted to be on demon time, all I have to do is cut down to 200 or 195, right? Because I'm around 210 right now. I'm bulking. And my face is a little bloated. But all I got to do is cut down to 195, 200 pounds. I'm 6'2", 6'3". And that's the recipe to become a fucking pussy magnet. If you want to become a pussy magnet. If you want to become a pussy magnet and you're fucking bulking. If you've never seen your abs. If you've never been lean before. If you're not tracking your food. If you're eating whatever. If you're eating big to get big. You're fucking yourself up. You're not going to attract women, bro. You're going to attract men. You're going to have men coming up to you telling you, bro, you look good. You know what I'm saying? So the physique that women find the most attractive.
I ask people who are really fit what they do for their workouts, and you are jacked.
Oh, thank you very much. A lot of people accuse me of being on TRT.
35.
One day I do 100 push-ups in between 100 pull-ups.
How many days a week?
Every other day.
How old are you?
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Is it? How old?
73.
Really?
Yes. And very few carbs. I mean, that's the key.
So it is never too late. My man is 73 years old, and he's out there doing it.
That's really helped me with this.
You got a six-pack, man.
The only thing I take is whey protein.
Think about it, what he's about to say.
Collagen.
Okay.
And creatine.
Do you drink alcohol?
Every day. I drink at least 1 or 2 glasses. I'm a red wine snob.
Really?
Unless I'm fasting, which I do at least once a month. I just had my body fat tested. I think I was 8.5%.
How many pull-ups can you do in a row?
30 is easy. I've gotten...
At 73, he can do 32. He just said, I can do 32 pull-ups.
Let's see him right now. 25, 26, 27, Jesus, 28, 29, 34, 35.
One more for 46.
36 good ones. Woo! Damn.
A lot of people accuse me of being on TRT. Never did it. Won't do it.
Stop blaming your man titties on your age. You're not too old. You're just acting like a straight bitch. You say you're too old, too broken down from the grind? Well, listen the fuck up, Father Time. Your old ass can still lift. I've seen grandpas in the gym crushing PRs and making youngsters their bitch. But you're getting winded while walking up the stairs to your office. You don't age like fine wine sitting on your ass. You're a machine, a war chief. And machines don't retire. They get rebuilt and reforged in iron. So stop acting like you're on your deathbed. It's weak, it's soft, and it's beneath you. You think you're past your prime? Bullshit. Comment routine below if you're ready to build the body of a leader, not a liability.
Is the lean physique. That's why I strongly believe men should not be over 15% body fat. Men should not be over 15% body fat. Now, if you're skinny and you have a personal goal to put on muscle and put on size, you're going to have to push your body fat down the road to put on some size, yes. But if you're trying to just maximize your attraction to women, every motherfucker who's trying to do that, who's maximize their level of attraction, they should be 15% body fat or below, period, point blank. Because that's when you lose the face bloat. That's when you get the chiseled look. That's when you get the abs. That's when you get the silhouette, the X-frame, etc., right? At the point and phase that I'm at, I could give two fucks about attracting women. I'm not concerned about that, right? Because I've already have enough muscle on me, but I still want to bulk because I have a personal goal, right? I don't let women dictate my decisions, right? I've already proven it to myself. I've had
I don't know what happened. Don't ask me. It wasn't the Wi-Fi or anything. It just said, I'm out. Let's go back to the video and finish up the last few minutes. I don't know what that was. But like I said, we're down to the end of this. Anyway.
It's gonna hit hard for a lot of you guys.
Men should not be over 15% body fat. Now, if you're skinny and you have a personal goal to put on muscle and put on size, you're going to have to push your body fat down the road to put on some size, yes. But if you're trying to just maximize your attraction to women, every motherfucker who's trying to do that, who's maximize their level of attraction, they should be 15% body fat or below, period, point blank. Because that's when you lose the face bloat. That's when you get the chiseled look. That's when you get the abs. That's when you get the silhouette, the X-frame, etc., right? At the point and phase that I'm at, I could give two fucks about attracting women. I'm not concerned about that, right? Because I've already have enough muscle on me, but I still want to bulk because I have a personal goal, right? I don't let women dictate my decisions, right? I've already proven it to myself. I've had fun with women. I'm not overly concerned with that, right? But if you're attracting women with the right kind of physique and you want to build your physique according to that, start by getting to 15% body fat, man. If you've been training for years, bro, if you've been going to the gym and you're one of those guys that say women don't care about muscle, that's because you're fucking fat. I guarantee you. I'm not fat, bro. I'm fit. Bro, if you don't have abs, you're fat. If you're not 15% body fat or below, you're fat. If you're not tracking your calories, you're fat. Be honest with yourself, bro. Literally go to your kitchen, put your phone on the fucking countertop and stand in front of it and take a video 360 degrees and look at yourself. And then you come back to this video and tell me if you're fat or not. Because it wasn't until I did that, after my heartbreak when I was like 21, 22, that I decided to say, you know what? Fuck, man. I'm going to get lean for the first time. Because I didn't even realize that I was out of shape. And I hired a coach, right? But bottom line, the physique that women find most attractive, all right, is the guy who's 15% body fat or below. The leaner you are, obviously the better, because these effects, the jawline, the silhouette, obviously the abs, they become way more pronounced. But at least you have to get to 15. That's why I tell most guys who are starting their fitness journey, even if you're not starting it, right? Wherever you're at, get to 15% body fat or below. Start there. Because truth be told, bro, you don't even know what you look like if you're not 15% body fat. You don't even know how much muscle you have because it's all covered underneath that fat. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to cut all the way down to 190.
That's an excellent point. You don't even know what you look like because all of it is underneath that fat. You don't even know what you look like. You've been walking this planet for so long, you don't even know what you look like because of that body fat.
Because I thought I had a lot of muscle. Bro, that was 50 pounds of fat, bro. And I was lying to myself for years that I was muscular and all this shit. Bro, if you're really muscular, if you're really lean, women will be attracted to you. That's just evolutionarily proven. It's a fact. So if you're not getting that effect, if you're not having women coming up to you, if you're not having an easy time with women, that's a sign that you're not where you need to be physically. All right? So that was the message of the video, bro. Stop thinking that it's all about being big and muscular and that women like muscles. Yeah, women do like muscles if you're lean and muscular. All right? That should be the goal that you should strive for. All right? Anybody who's above 15% body fat, matter of fact, anybody who's above 20, if you're above 20% body fat, your number one priority right now should be to get the fuck down to 15 ASAP. Because all of those problems that you have about getting women and you're invisible to women, they all disappear, bro, if you fix this issue. Take it from me, a guy who was lifting for 5 to 6 years. I was around 20% body fat. And even a guy with muscle like me was having not a great time with women just because I wasn't lean, right? So understand the importance of getting lean, right? That's the type of physique that women are actually attracted to. Stop fucking just eyeballing your diet and just trying to get big and using that as an excuse to not track your macros and not track your diet, all right? If you actually want to attract women and you think that fitness is going to do that, make sure you're working towards getting lean, bro. All right? Because if you're not going to have that effect. You're not going to have that effect, all right? So that was the message of the video, bro. Hope you guys took something away from it, and I hope that puts that topic to rest.
There is absolutely nobody asked me for this, but here are top 3 things that women find very attractive in men. Number 1 is kindness. It's not about a big performance gesture, but it's very small. It's in the way he treats his parents, how he talks about his parents and other people around him, how he treats other people, how he is, how his behavior when he's by himself. Those are going to be a quality and characters that we're looking for in a man, because it will show us how he's going to treat us as a woman if he become our partner. So remember that. Second of all is intelligence. It's not academic intelligence, not smart, things like that, but emotional intelligence. We want a man who can think, respond, and connect wealth. Because we as a woman, we don't like to think. We don't like to make decisions. We don't like to want to pick a place to eat. We just want you to pick. That's it. As a woman, we want to just enjoy our time. So a man who able to solve problems easily, make good decisions very easily, is a man that we're looking for. And lastly, very important one, is a man who have capability to signal future stability. Basically a man who have directions with purpose. A man who, if we feel or sense that he will be a great partner because he have purpose in life, he have big goals ahead of him, and he is pursuing that goal. He is walking towards that directions that he set for himself. And these are qualities in men that we're looking for, because it's showing us who a man will become long term for us as a partner. So these are 3 qualities that's very important that a woman looking for.
All right, shout out to her. So, and I see you guys in the comment. Dave said, all due to respect to show kindness and niceness in the United States, you're food out here for these ladies. Yeah, that could be true. But most of us aren't, focused on the States. So Yeah, but I agree with you. You see, that old dude can for sure pull 30-year-olds with ease. Absolutely correct. It probably is, without a doubt. You talking about emotional maturity, not intelligence. That's true. That's true. I see exactly where you're coming from with that. That's a good point. Shout out to my man Deep Soul in the building. And shout out to all you guys that have been here throughout the live stream. Like I said, I want to always put us in the best position when it comes to our travels. Whether it be dual citizenships, whether it be the best places to stay, whether it be opportunities that are out there. But one of the things that's most important to us as well is our health as men. And I just wanted to do this video and let you guys know what's taking place. I'll be back here on Thursday. I'll be in Theo's class tomorrow. I will be back here on Thursday. Shout out to all you guys. But make sure that you take care of your health because that's very important. Absolutely correct. Gym, work, travel, peace. Can't beat that right there. Gym, work, where you make your money. Travel and peace. I'm up out of here, guys. Let me get you guys some outro videos. And I'll be seeing you guys on Thursday, actually. On Thursday. Shout out to all you guys for all the PayPal. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody on PayPal or Cash App. Shout out to all you guys over on the Super Chats. Appreciate that, gentlemen. Just make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay, cool. And you guys have a great, great evening. It's been great being with you guys. Let's go.
This ain't a Beamer, that's a big dance. Chrome heart got me kissing on his best friend. Put in work, baby, you could be my best man. Sending cash to my account, he investing. Dark shades on when I'm off the Migos. He tryna cuff me like a in a Rico. Moving through this like GTA with a cheat code. He claimed that he love me, but before not a freak. I just wanna dance all night. Can't nobody do it just like I. Boy, you got just what I like. Come on, baby, let's kiss, don't fight. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Just say the word, baby, I'ma get you right. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Ain't gotta say it, I know I'm the one you like. Ooh, damn, tell the DJ turn the beat up. Got a white boy who be singing like a Beatle. Claim she getting bread, but I heard she doing keto. I don't do drugs, I'ma smoke a little weed up. I can't chase a man for no paper. Just think it's sweet, I'ma show him now or later. I be getting money on the wake up. He a broke boy, tell that dude get his cake up. Only with dope boys, they the ones who spinning paper. Get your weight up. Told him send an Addy and a stay up. She's out here mad, told him assalamu alaikum. Who that 5'5", she don't even need no makeup. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Just say the word, baby, I'ma get you right. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Ain't gotta say it, I know I'm the one you like.
From this world, running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. A breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising I could